Oh, it's not the one I want, actually. I want this one. Let's go. All right. What's up? What's up, stream? What's up? My voice mod ain't working. Let's see. Let me see. Let me get my voice mod working real quick, too. So we can get those soundboards working. All right. This is for my boy Joe Strundo, Shark, Mr. Shark Boy, right here. We gotta give him the little. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the resub for 16 months. I appreciate you, number one supporter, right there. But yes, we are alive again. We're back. It took about a week and a half off. Just kind of mentally reset myself. Also, there's no games I want to play, but we are we are back. We got the Black Ops 7 Black Ops 7 beta this week. So we should be good there. Um, I'm just gonna chill today. Like I said, there's nothing I want to play. If I do play anything, it'll be some probably Black Ops 6, just to get my shot straight for the beta. And if I do play anything, it'll probably be tomorrow. But we are just gonna chill and watch some videos of Black Ops 7. I want to just I held off on hearing reactions for from streamers that were at Next, so I could hear what they thought of the game because they actually played it. The only thing I've been seeing is just reactions from people that were at home, like Nick Merckx and Marksman and stuff like that. So we're gonna start off with a Parasite video here in a second. Looks like Shotzi's got a video of them going up against each other, or him going up against FaZe with Scump. So we got a lot of options as far as what to watch. Um, but yeah, I am excited for this game. What I watched today gives me hope that this game's going to be fun. I've been thinking about it, and with SBMM, this game should still be a good game. Now, if they were to lower it or get rid of SBMM, this will be a great game. I love the advanced movement that we have. It's not jetpacks, but it seems like it's really nice, smooth, and good. Guns look freaking super cool. Like I like all the guns that I saw today. I don't have drops, unfortunately. I don't think I can put on drops either. Um, yeah, I think they stopped. Only the streamers that were at Next were doing drops, and um, I think that they were only doing it for the time that they were doing Next. So I think that like 3 hour, 4 hour time. But I appreciate you coming in. But yeah, the way this game feels, just by looking at it, is it feels a lot like uh, I got you on the drop. Don't worry, I got you on the drop. Don't worry, Joe, I got you. I'll hook you up. You're my number one supporter, bro. I'll hook you up. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as it goes, this game looks good. I'm ready to get into it. Let me stop the music and let's get into watching it. I just want to check one thing just on my stream real quick, and then we'll start up the video. I do appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Um, if you haven't been in here before, please drop a follow. I would really appreciate it. Um, I will be grinding the beta this week, so expect some long streams after tomorrow. Um, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be really fun. Let me just check something real quick. think we might be good. Yep. All right, we're good. I have something else playing on the side, so I just want to make sure you guys can't hear that. Let me put this. Discord right now, so close this out. Lower that audio. Let's see. Let's see what Parasite has to say about it. He played today. He played yesterday. He's a guy I trust as far as it goes with gameplay because he's a former pro, um, former world champ, and he just has a really good sense for Call of Duty. Um, he grinds. He grinds like crazy. So I do trust his opinion.
To try the game for myself. This gameplay is brought to you on the map Blackheart, which is one of the smaller scale maps in the game. It's just very tight knit, close quarters, and it honestly reminds me of Frequency. If those of you guys that played Call of Duty Black Ops 4 remember, you notice that it's very similar in its aesthetic, but also in terms of like the lane definition,
What the
and
hell?
basically just how it plays. But I quickly found out,
Joe with the 5 gifted? What the hell? And it was 6 because Valorant adds a gifted for every 5. So what? That's insane. That's insane, Joseph. You are the true MVP. If I had VIP, you get that too. But you're already a mod. You're a mod in my Discord. So damn, 6 subs. That's insane. We're already starting off the month hot. We're at 8 subs. Love you too, bro. Love you too.
that a
Let's
couple
keep
of
it
the guns in
rolling,
this
though. Let's
game
keep it
are very
rolling.
good. You're going to see me using a couple different SMGs here. This is the Graz 45K, and this is actually one of the more balanced SMGs in the game in terms of like time to kill and range and recoil. It's
I only got
really
to see this
just good
gun a
overall
little
at
bit.
everything.
Not a lot of people are
But
using it.
anyways, let's get to my thoughts because honestly, I mean that's what you guys are here for. I think personally that this game is going to be one of the better CODs we've had. I think that a lot of the maps in this game that I've played don't really feel like Warzone POIs like they
No,
did in prior
maps
games.
feel
It honestly
like
feels
they
like they
have
just
an
made
identity for
actual
multiplayer.
multiplayer maps. I know that sounds crazy because we're so used to the utter crap that they've been putting out for the last couple of years. But genuinely, it feels like more of a return to form. You'll notice, at least when you watch this map and other
Let me know
gameplays,
if
or
you
if you
can
watched
hear
my
the
stream,
audio from the video
that a
too.
lot of these maps feel like there's not a lot of lanes, or there's not a ton of areas where people can hide. It genuinely feels like most of the gunfights that you are going to take are locked in front of you. Also, bear with me. I am sick, so my
The
voice might
jump
not
didn't
sound
look
the
too
best.
OP too. It looked
But
smooth. It
it's a
looked like it
pretty
can help
common
you, but it
theme
didn't
with a
look too
lot of the
OP.
maps in this game. There's just not a ton of verticality, at least from what I've played. And it just seems like most of the gunfights are going to be in front of you, which I think is a W, honestly. The big problem with Black Ops 6 maps is that the lanes were not so well defined, and there was just a lot of places people can hide, or lots of places that you can get shot from, and you really couldn't do anything about it.
So, I mean, as far as Black Ops 6 maps goes, yes, there wasn't a lot of defined lanes. Rewind was one that you could say was kind of a traditional 3-lane map that didn't have a defined lane, right? Um, because you had the outer lanes, you had the 2 outer lanes, and then you had the middle lane, which pretty much consisted of the outside part of the outer lane where like the flipped car is, and then you have the inside part where it's just, to me, that had so much clutter in the middle in the like the comic book store or game store, whatever you think it is. Um, that was probably the best map as far as 3 lanes from the like release maps. Because it didn't really get maps didn't really get good until like Hacienda came in. Protocol is the one that is like the most glaring because it's either whether you look at it or not, I think they consider it a 3 lane map, but it's not. It's a 2 lane essentially. It's a weird map. Because essentially they're 3 lane. AC Prince, I appreciate the follow. But I mean, as far as it goes, Protocol, they're considering that 3rd lane, that middle lane, the underneath part. It's just not. It's not a lane. It's not a defined lane, at least. A lot of these maps that we'll see throughout the videos that we watch, and if we go back and watch some streams, they're more defined, well defined, and they have nice connectors to get there. Nothing seems out of place. Nothing seems weird. It's not cluttered. A lot of the last couple of games, they added a lot of clutter. Random box here, random box there, random car somewhere, and stuff like that. And it was just like, there's just too much. Every spot on the, let me see, I'll open that. Every spot on the map that they added was well thought out, was perfect, to either give you a head glitch or an area to jump up to. It just these maps feel like they belong in Call of Duty. They feel like they could have been put in Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, Black Ops 1, because that's how they flowed. That they flowed really well.
So you'll see in this video that I'm using multiple of the game's mechanics. I'm not only using obviously the sliding and stuff like that, which I feel is more tamed than it was in Black Ops 6. I don't feel like the acceleration is as quick, which I think is a W because it prevents that like slide spam that people will do in Black Ops 6, where it just felt like
This
people were doing it
is an
unnecessarily rather than with a
insane
purpose,
score
which
streak,
I'm a
by the
big
way.
fan of. I think you should be rewarded for
He didn't
timing
use
your
it well,
movement
but it's an
as
insane
much as
score streak.
possible and
You
just
got it
not
again,
just
though. He
spamming
didn't
it for the
shoot it,
sake of
so you got
spamming
it
it. But
again.
there's also this score streak that I just unlocked. It's basically a sniper rifle that allows you to shoot through walls, and it shows enemy positions through walls. It's really strong. However, I think maybe Cold Blooded could counter it. I'm not entirely sure if anyone was really running it, but it's actually a really sick sniper. And I think it could potentially, solve the issue of whether S and D, has snipers in it. Listen, I know it can shoot through walls. I know that's OP, but as long as everyone's running cold-blooded, then obviously you won't be able to see through the walls, and it could limit that to a degree. But also, it could just have a very entertaining aspect to like search and destroy. But I'm not sure how the pros will feel about it. I think they probably would be scared to try it or think it's like super cheesy, and I get it. I understand. Just being shot through walls is fucking wild, but honestly, it was a fun streak to use. This grass 45k is disgusting.
All right, so let's go back on that streak. So that streak is overpowered. I watched Scump, Simp, Zuma, and now Parasite use it today, and it's OP. But since it's a score streak, it's okay. We've had so many weak score streaks throughout the last like. I think we've had some really weak score streaks since Black Ops 4. Hot take: Black Ops 4 is the last good, really good COD. Cold War was a like Black Ops 4 is like the last great COD. Cold War is like the last good COD. I honestly think that Vanguard is good too, to be honest, but I just don't think it's as good as Cold War. MW3 was somewhat good. Um, if you don't want to miss my next stream, hit the notifications. Get those post notifications so you know when I go live. uh, but yeah, so I mean, as far as it goes, Black Ops 4 had some pretty good streaks. I mean, I can't really name them. It's been so long. Uh, I don't add anybody on Discord, unfortunately. At least not right now. Now, I don't know. Let me see. See if that works. Let me see if Nightbot's in here. Nightbot's not in here. Let me see. Let me get Nightbot in here real quick. Why Nightbot's not in my chat? I don't know why Nightbot's not. Why I can't get Nightbot into my chat right now. I just don't. I don't see the join button. We have. In my. He's not in my chat though. Nightbot doesn't want to join my chat. Oh, did I? Hold on. Did I maybe see in my bands? Well, I'll figure that out later. But yeah, I mean, as far as score streaks goes, this game seems like it's gonna have some uh pretty powerful score streaks. I was watching the score streaks that were coming in. We're getting some good kills, good amount of kills. That sniper is OP, but I'm cool with that. I want something rewarding that you can earn. And if it's something where it's like that, where you can shoot through walls, see them through walls, and kill them, it's rewarding. Hopefully, it's a high enough kill streak to where it's not like something to where you see it all the time. That might need to change. And then the amount of ammo, because I think you get 6 shots. Maybe they need to drop that to 3 or 4. That might be able to balance it out a little bit. But besides that, the score streaks are, I think they're a pretty good thing. Um, yeah. So let me see here. One more. I just want to check one more thing. iPods. That's what I had to do. All right, all right. Let's back to the video. Back to the video. Let's go.
I don't know if you guys have also been able to tell, but it feels like the time to kill is a lot faster. It could also just because we're on LAN, and I mean, obviously haven't played on LAN in such a long time because I'm not a competitor.
That is
I
a
also got to
factor.
pop the
They were
active
on
camo
LAN
here,
and they were
which I
playing
don't think is
against other
insanely OP. I don't think you're
professionals,
actually
former
super invisible as I
professionals,
slide off the
and
map.
top creators.
But it's very good. It's very good still to use, and it's fun. But I don't know if it'd be used in comp. So overall, I'm just gonna like recap a couple things. I
If
think
you want
that
my
this
Discord too,
game
let me know
basically
and I'll put a
plays like a
link in the
better
chat.
version of Black Ops 7
You can
with
join my
much
Discord.
better maps, at least from what I've gotten to play. The guns, they all feel pretty strong and unique. It doesn't really feel like every gun is the same, like it does in some of the other Call of Duties. It feels like they all have their unique profile. But also, I don't know if you've been able to tell, and this isn't just because I play on 120 FOV, but visual recoil and just visual clarity in this game is second to none. It is so much easier to see in this game than pretty much any Call of Duty I've ever played. Even with guns that have high amounts of recoil, I never really felt like I was getting lost in terms of my tracking or just player visibility. It just felt very clear, and this was on 1440p, so I can only imagine what this looks like in 4K. But I even think on like 1080p monitors, this will still look great, and even on console, potentially this will look good on like PlayStation 5 or Xbox. So, we'll have yet to see. The wall bouncing mechanic in this game didn't really feel like it was spammy. I know a lot of people are going to say, wait until the pros figure it out. But I genuinely don't think there's many opportunities for you to spam it. And yes, it can create some, interesting timings where you use it and you juke somebody out when they're pushing you. But I don't feel like it's going to be anything like Black Ops 3 or Advanced Warfare where you're just cleaning the walls like the whole time, especially since there is a cooldown and the wall bounces do get less and less fat or higher. You get less speed and less height the more you chain a wall. So
which is good.
yeah, it doesn't seem insane. But outside of that,
I feel
honestly,
like a single wall
this was
bounce
a
is
lot
going
of
to be
fun.
the
This is
meta
I
when
got to
people
use the
use it. They're not
Peacekeeper
going to try to
MK1
do
in this
multiple
gameplay as well.
unless
This
you
gun is
have
very
to
reminiscent
on
of the
like
Maddox.
certain
However, it
areas
feels a
to
little bit
like
more
jump to
balanced in the
certain
fact
places.
that you will not be able to really map anyone as easy. Obviously, you can probably kit this to have less recoil, but primarily I was using builds.
Before he goes further, that was one thing I was watching and I was hearing is that uh, there is drop off in range in this game. Like apparently the range is not as big as it or as like the range is not as good as it was and has been in the past. It's probably from what I heard is going to be more closer to like the old school BO4 and previous from there, where you can't map, like you said, you can't map people, and especially like an SMG, you can't shoot somebody from 20 yards out. They're not going to die like that unless they're one shot. That's huge. That is actually really huge.
On my weapons that were minor in terms of recoil buffs and more so just had a bunch of like ADS or movement speed or things of that nature. I just wanted to make sure that like I used weapons as organically as they would feel without insane recoil attachments. So that way I could genuinely give you a feel of something like a competitive build, which is going to focus on like handling and strafe speeds. Which brings me to something else.
Peacekeeper looks really
A
good
lot of
too.
the attachments
I'm
in the
excited for
game are
that gun.
relatively
It's
the
like the
same in
gun
terms
I'm
of
really
how they
excited
buff
for.
your weapon. However, there is a new attachment in the game, which is kind of like the balance stock, but in a foregrip. I think that's what's called. Yeah, foregrip. So what it does is it buffs your sprint speed, it buffs your movement speed, it buffs your ADS walking speed, and it buffs your hip fire movement speed. So unless they changed it where the movement speed doesn't actually translate to sprint speed, then you still get a sprint buff, you still get an ADS walking buff, and when you hip fire, you also get like a small movement buff. So you can chain that with essentially what would be the infiltrator stock, and I think it's called the Vagrant on the Peacekeeper. I don't know if all the names are going to be the same, but if you look at the stats, you'll see ADS walking movement speed, and you can chain that with that and have maximized ADS walking movement speed, which is great for people that like to strafe in their gunfights. I think that's an awesome addition. So yeah,
Scrappy's gonna love
they've
that.
changed up the attachments a little bit and added some new
Scrappy will
ones,
love that.
which will allow you to create some more interesting builds. A couple of the weapons don't either have a stock or they have a comb, but a lot of the attachments relatively will do the same, and you can kit weapons in the same manner essentially. You're gonna actually see me play on another map here. It's called The Forge. This is probably one of my favorite maps that I got to play on the first day. There are two maps that we didn't get to play because they were tied to the uplink game mode, and the first day was like a free for all. So like we didn't actually have scheduled maps and modes to play. People were just queuing TDM, Dom, and Hardpoint, and the other two maps were on the uplink game mode. So I'm sure by the time this video releases, I would have got to play them on, on the COD Next stream, but I'll give my opinions on those maps and stuff like that as I play the beta and such. But the Forge I really liked. Again, these maps, they're just like, they're not small. These are medium sized, but they just felt like actual maps. They didn't feel like they were POIs. They
Yeah.
felt like they were actually designed with lines of sight in mind and things like that, where it's not like on a Warzone map, for example, where there's so many angles and places that people could be that you would have to rely on sound.
Appreciate it
You
if you
can
hit that
basically
follow
just
button.
navigate the map pretty easily and just see everything in front of you, which I think is just huge. It makes the game way more fun. But this is obviously, yeah, this is Domination on the Forge. I don't think Dom's going to be a comp game mode. But here I was also testing the recoil of the weapon. So the Peacekeeper is very, very good. It's very good at close range gunfights, and it still gives you a solid chance at long range. It's probably one of my favorite guns to use, and we also got to use the Elo sight, which looks absolutely beautiful compared to some of the blocky or red dots you see on like Black Ops 6. But again, I think this is going to be a lot better for competitive than Black Ops 6 was, simply due to map design and just weapon variety. I think can be at an all-time high
It's going to
here
be a great
in comparison to
game.
what we've had
I'm going to
in
be
prior
watching
years.
a lot of comp this year.
It just feels like a more refined, thought out version of the last game that we had, and we all love the movement, and we all felt like the guns were good, but the maps really are just what held it back. Tacticals are back. Now you have Semtexes, you have frags, you have EMPs, you have stuns, flashes, you have your field upgrades, your trophy systems, you have dead silence. You have so many options of how you want to play, coupled with the overclocking of the streaks, the field upgrades, your tacs, your nades. I genuinely feel like there's so many options for how you want to kit out your player, or like use
Variety.
certain
That's what we need. We need
field
more
upgrades,
variety in
or
COD.
use certain nades and stuns
That's
with
why.
extra fixes. For example, the nades.
Hold on. That's why I hope that honestly all guns in this game are slightly OP. I definitely feel that if a game has um, OP guns, a bunch of OP guns that are just like tuned to the highest and they are all really good and viable, it's better for the game. Obviously you want them to be balanced, but you always want them to. I would always want them to be better than worse, right? Like nobody wants to play with the guns that are really bad. So if they tune them all up to where they just fry, every gun fries, that's cool with me. And then tax too. Play your play style, have variety, allow players to do what they want and have fun with it. Like especially me, I wanna do videos of doing random attachments on guns and stuff like that. So I want to be able to make some goofy ass classes with some guns and make videos on them. So I'm hoping that all these guns are gonna be slightly OP.
Have a thing where you can either make it so you can
Yeah,
cook them,
yeah.
like
If it's
any of
okay
the
with me,
old
it's okay with you, Joe.
nades
I
that
see
were
you,
uncookable, like the Semtex, you can cook them now if you add that as an overclock.
Joe. You glazing right
Or
now? I ain't
you
gonna
can
lie. I
use
kind of
them
like it though.
to be more lethal, so do more damage. Like there's just different strategies that you're gonna be able to use. Same with the EMP. The EMP, I'm pretty sure, goes through walls again. So now trophy spam won't be as much of an issue because EMPs can handily deal with them, especially if they're on the other side of a building or a wall and you throw it relatively close.
I am happy for you to be
There's
back
just
too.
so much. It genuinely feels like the first COD where not everyone is just going to run the same thing all the time, and people will actually put thought into how they play
Yeah,
scenarios or
maps look
how to
great.
counter certain things rather than just running and gunning, which I think is going to be a lot
They
better for the
they, they
viewing
just look
experience
like
and a
they
lot better for
flow
content. Like
way
people are
better
just
than
gonna
Black Ops
actually have
6.
unique POVs. So that's awesome. But all the streaks in this game are insanely OP as well. You see the skewer come down here at some point, but the robot is insane. That's one of the higher end streaks.
Yeah,
The what was it
a lot
called?
of these
The
maps do. A
wraps.
lot of
The
these
wraps
maps
were insane.
remind me
Like
of
this is more
BO2
so on like the public match
and
side, but
BO4,
if you guys like playing pubs
which
and
is a
stuff
good
like
thing.
that, you're gonna really enjoy this game because all the streaks are really good. But now, enough with the public matches. Let's talk a little bit about competitive and let's talk about ranked because I've had some conversations with a couple devs and nothing is confirmed, but there are conversations that we've had in terms of like what is good for ranked and what is bad for ranked. And I did push a lot of my ideas onto the devs, and there was some that they agreed, or there were some that they thought were good ideas, but nothing is confirmed. The first one, and it's the big one, this is a huge one. When you are in higher ranked lobbies, let's say Crimson or above, it could be Iridescent or above, who knows how they decide to do it. If they do, it should only be duos and solos. It should not be four stacks. That is going to be a W
Hey, man,
if they
Paulie, I
decide to do
appreciate
it.
the
And I'll tell you
follow. I
why.
really do.
It just basically means that Now, you don't want, if you're a high rank player or you're a person that wants to climb in those ranks, you don't have to wait for 4 people to get on, so that way you can compete with the other 4 stacks. It's going to mean that you can
I
get
wasn't paying
on and
attention to that
find
part.
organic games, or
I want to hear this.
how they decide to do it. If they do, it should only be duos and solos. It should not be 4 stacks.
Yeah, I
That is
agree with
going
that.
to be a W if they decide to do it.
Hey, how's it
And
going?
I'll tell you
How are
why.
you today?
It just basically means that now you don't want, if you're a high rank player or you're a person that wants to climb in those ranks, you don't have to wait for 4 people to get on, so that way you can compete with the other 4 stacks. It's going to mean that you can get on and find organic games where you don't feel like the result of the match is automatically judged as soon as you see the enemy team. It's also
I
going to
agree with
mean
him.
that from a contents perspective,
Running into a
players are
4-stack
going
is
to
insane.
actually have a sense of community, because you, even if you're a really good player, you can match up with players that are also really good, or players that may not be good, or you can
I
also match
appreciate
up against people that you didn't know were good to begin with, and then all of a sudden it's like, yo, this guy's pretty good, maybe I'll play with him one day. For example, it's just going to make things way more entertaining. It's going to make things a lot less time played based and more so like actually skillful, because you have to be flexible, you have to be adaptable. I think if they do go through with this change, it's going to be a W. There's also the topic of our SR gains, on the higher end,
But they need to fix
is
SR.
it fair, or
I'm
should
tired of gaining
people
30
lose
and
more?
losing
Should people
30
gain
and
more?
gaining 30
Especially at
and
those
then
higher
losing
ranks.
70.
Now, I think they should keep the SR gains the same if they do decide to go with the duo queue route, because we don't know how that's going to affect actual win rates, and whether people are going to really struggle to climb, or if it's going to be the same. So there's just a lot of changes that they're looking into for ranked, and honestly, I'm quite excited. If I were to give you predictions of which maps were going to be CDL that I got to play on the first day, I will probably tell you that the Forge will probably be a map.
Yep.
This map
I would
seems
agree
like
with
one
that.
of the better ones. I didn't get to play it on hardpoint, but layout-wise, it probably makes some of the most sense. It's very clean. It doesn't feel like it's too cluttered, and it's a pretty good map. I liked it a lot for just running around it. What was the map called? Toshin, which I don't think I showed you a gameplay. Yeah, I didn't show you any gameplay on it on this VOD, but I will eventually. I think that map might be good. The only thing I didn't like about that map, and you'll see it whenever we get to play it, is there's a part of the map which is towards the top, and it's very isolated from the rest of the map. And there was like a hill up there in hardpoint, so the only way to get up there is through 2 vents, 1 on each side, and 2 staircases, 1 on each side, and those are the only passageways to get there. And again, it's isolated, so it's a completely isolated lane, and it just felt like it was like a funnel lane where you just flood up one staircase and the other team floods up the other staircase, and there's not really a lot of room
I
for
tried.
routes.
I took a
Not a
week and
big
a half
fan
off.
of that section of the map, but that could
But
potentially
it's
be one. The
starting
aesthetics were pretty
soon.
good.
I will be.
But also, I don't know if you guys
well,
have
not starting
noticed, the
soon.
colors on
Starting
these
today,
maps
I will
are
be. I'll be on
way
tomorrow,
better
and I'll be
than they were on
then live for the
Black
beta.
Ops 6. Black Ops 6, everything was just orange.
And then
This game actually
Battlefield
has,
comes out on the 10th,
variety
so
in
from the
terms of
beta up
way
to
things
Battlefield
are
I'll be
made. I
playing,
know
and
the
then
first 2 maps I
Battlefield I'll
didn't
be
show you any great
playing, and
examples because they're
then
both like
from
factory,
Battlefield
like
till the game
industrial
drops, I'll
zones and
probably be
stuff like
playing
that.
that.
But from what I got to play, there was a decent variety
Mixing in
of
maybe
how
some
the
other
maps
games.
looked.
I
I'm
don't know
excited
yet.
for this game. I genuinely think it's going to be
Fridays
one of the better CODs we've had.
after
And I'm
beta
not
week
just saying
though
that. You
are going
guys
to
know me.
be
I'm pretty cynical when it
streams
comes
that I
to
do
stuff, and I'm
single
pretty
player.
brutally honest. Obviously, as we get to play more, and as we figure things out,
I'm
like
gonna be doing like
spawns,
story mode games, single
routes,
player
and we see
games.
more of the actual competitive modes, then I'll probably have more things that I can nitpick. But from what I've gathered, it just has a lot of potential. And I think immediately the maps are just already better than the maps in Black Ops 6.
Maps make or
And
break.
that was the main problem. It wasn't the gameplay.
I mean, if you
The
got
gameplay
any
loop was
suggestions, you
fine.
can let me
It's
know.
just the maps. And again, this map is already, a step
I'm
in the
open
right
to
direction
listening to
in
them.
that-
Doesn't mean I'm going
in
to
that
implement
facet.
them, but
So honestly,
definitely
I can't
open
wait.
to listening
And I
to
can't wait for you guys to get your hands on the game as well. So towards the end of this gameplay, you're actually going to see me pull out the MXR-17. So if you guys really pay attention, you'll notice this gun is basically like the Man of War / the Rampart from Black Ops 4. It's very, very similar. It hits hard.
I'm excited for
it
the
shoots
guns.
pretty slow, and it just,
Like I said, if
it's
they're
just
all
very- I
OP,
don't know, it's
I'm
a pretty
down.
fun gun to
Like,
use. It feels powerful
any
in your
gun,
hands. I
any
did get
gun
3
that
bulleted by it once,
is in this, if
and
they're
you hit the
OP
body,
and
it's
fun to
4
use,
shots.
I'm
So
cool.
That's pretty
M8
concerning.
looks insane,
But,
Joe.
you know, it's good to see that
I don't
a
know
lot
if
of
you've
the
seen any
different weapons
gameplay
in
of
this
it,
game
but
have
it looks
unique
insane. We'll probably
identities,
see
and they're
some
not
gameplay
basically all
in the next video.
like a clone of the AIM-ES, for example, in Black Ops 6. Right, they all feel kind of unique, and they all feel like they have a different set of play style that you need to have in order to succeed. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much gonna do it for me. I'm gonna leave you guys with the rest of this gameplay, and I hope you guys tune to the next video. Again, I'm sorry for being sick. I'm gonna post a ton of beta gameplay, and I'm going to post
What do you
more
mean?
videos about Call of Duty Next and any sort of other news that comes out. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good one. Peace.
Nightbot's in here now. So here's the parasite video. Now let's just watch some
Oh my
pure
god, chat.
gameplay.
We're putting it sim. Yo, lock in, boys. Yo, lock in.
We got Scumpy, Hector, Shotzi, Aiden, Symphony, FIFA Kill, Methods, Hitch, Sims, Router.
Oh man, look at this lobby. Look at this lobby.
Oh, we just got a crazy first lobby. Yo, Hector, I'm gonna need you to lock in. Oh, we're about to get ran. Optic versus Phase, match 1 in Call of Duty Next.
I'll fix it after this, dude.
Team deathmatch. Eliminate all unauthorized
The
personnel.
new El Clasico, huh?
We've claimed the lead. Widen the gap.
What is it? Is that on my end or is that? Okay, that's insane.
Oh my God, Shotzi! Tommy can't kill me!
Look at Hector. Hector dropped into the pit.
Lock in.
Oh my god, Hector was lost.
I'm laughing way too hard.
Hector was lost. He looked around. He's like, "Did anybody see that?" Yeah, your whole stream saw that. Dude, movement is insane in this game.
Oh, I'm getting slid on.
That's 5.
No, it's not.
This game is
jumping isn't
fucking
OP.
godlike.
It's not OP at all. It's like it's good for certain engagements, but it's not something that you can just spam.
We're mistargeting? Ain't nobody give a fuck. How am I losing that to a keyboard player?
I don't know why Nightbot's not working.
God, chat,
Nightbot's
this game
in
is
here now.
insane. Holy shit. Bro, if you're looking at the gameplay and you're telling me you don't want to mind this shit, you're tripping.
I will not be adding
tripping.
people on Discord. But
Woo!
no, I don't know why it's not working. It's in here now, but
Got your ass! Got your ass, Davis! You'll be dead.
Oh, I'm farming. Oh, I'm farming. That's not good.
Wait, how are we? How the fuck are we losing?
Bro, Hector's one in fucking 2, bro.
Oh, come on, boy.
Who just killed me?
Oh, shit.
Wait, Seth, are you on the other team?
Oh, wait, I'm getting lost. Oh, I'm getting lost.
Oh,
Hostile UAV established above.
Oh, give me the door.
Dude, Sip is camping.
Wait, where'd Tom go? Oh! Yeah, Shotzi, yeah, that's what you're giving me? Oh! Down goes the outfit, boys! Down goes Shotzi! Down goes the king!
Very true. Very true. We're gonna flip it.
Eliminated.
There we go. Come on.
Sighting in.
can't even see, bro. Yo, when you go to the door to the middle. We're only down by 4. Oh, I have a fucking.
Using scout pulse.
Oh, radar. I don't know, like it. No, middle. Ooh, fuck.
I'm going out.
Oh my fucking god!
They can't fuck with me, chat. They can't fuck with me. Okay, Shotzi can a little bit.
No.
Goodness. Got one.
That works.
Got 2.
Mario.
Oh!
They're down.
Yeah, go right here, come on. I'll gun that. Behind you. Where that? Nice trade. You trade, bro. Us.
See you later, Shotzi.
This fucking reason going insane.
Still not working.
The lead has been stolen. Steal it back.
No!
It's our ledger balance.
No. Slater's weak right at. Going on my 3.
Hold on, I can't even focus on watching this video. I don't understand why. Hold on, let me just copy, delete that. Still not fucking working. I just reset it too. One more try. I mean, just try one more time. Nope. All right, I'll have to figure that out later. I don't know why it's not working, but yep, there's a Discord. Mr. Shark Boy put it in there. Whoever's running Shotzi's stream, though, needs to up that bitrate because the bitrate is terrible.
Stay out of my way.
I got a decent amount. Are we up?
Submitting skewer on your target.
Middle.
Yeah, see,
Oh, yes.
Shotzi's moving, but he doesn't even really
No,
use,
where
the,
is that? Back right. No way.
use the jump as much.
We got my 3 locked. Got my 3, boys.
Towers.
Watch that, come on.
Not let up.
Come on, baby. Yo, we're in flight, boys. We're in flight. Turn on. I'm gonna hit him from the back.
Crush them while
No!
they're on the defensive.
What? Not looking good.
Eyes on Tango.
No! Focus up, pimp. Focus up, pimp.
I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
What?
Time's up.
This SMG was the fan favorite. The Dravic 45.
Kagan will be very pleased with your work today.
Keep them off our backs for a while.
Oh, baby. Type shit. Wait.
Type shit.
Those are the two guys. Hey, no, funny. The other team left, Chad. The other team left. Oh, wait. Chad. Look at my game time. I'm barely level 4 compared to these guys. My first game. Yes. Yeah, I'm back. Oh wait, I was doing the interview the entire time on the mic. I borrow this. Where am I at? Oh. What? Right.
Hostile UAV established above.
This map is insane. Where?
Got the hard point.
Fuck. Wait, we're playing them again. We're playing them again. Fuck, I didn't know we're playing them. Lock in.
Yeah, lock in.
Let's see using. Don't tell me that's a sub. Okay, it's an
Hard
error.
point active.
Nice Beastkeeper.
The guild took the hard point.
I don't know where anyone's at. This map is confusing.
Enemy UAV detected.
Yeah, UAV.
Like, Shazi's not even using it. Like, I am watching
That's
Hero
like
Cinema's
fucking bro.
videos, and he's talking about, oh, they're jumping 10, 15 feet up in the air. It's insane. Like, what is Call of Duty come to? Nobody's going to want to play this and all that. And I'm watching the Movement King, Shotzi, the best controller FPS player of all time.
The guild took the
And
hard
he
point.
ain't jumping off walls like that. Like Nero is making it out to be. Like, come on, bro. We need a fucking get a grip. Grab your nuts and actually like pay attention to the gameplay.
This fun.
Oh shit!
Give me that shit on.
Got the hard point. Hard point identified.
Hard point located.
Damn, son!
Zuma kept getting shit out. What a shot. But I don't even think I've seen him wall jump once.
Oh, that ain't insane. Oh yeah, G8 is. I'm not
Hard
even
point
joking.
locked down.
Are you kidding me?
The guild took the hard point.
Yeah, it feels like that on land. We'll see what it's like online. And then, you know, maybe they slightly nerf it. I don't expect them to play it. I would love for them to play it. Get that nostalgia. You know, go back to Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 2. But I just don't see it.
What am I on? What am I on? So,
Hostiles have the hard point. Hard point located.
hey, chat, look in. Why am I challenging?
See what Zuma's got.
That fucking ant, bro.
Oh my
The
god.
guild took the hard point.
Dog it down. Enemy there.
It's just Tommy.
Locked down.
No!
Wait, this thing you don't really need a block.
Wait, I'm behind him. Little pinch.
Got
Yep,
the
here we
hard
go.
point.
They're worried about me. They're block. They're both weak.
I'm in a full flank. Watch this shit. 3-piece. 3-piece incoming.
No, bro, he's up top. Can you jump slide still? Yes.
Bro, dude, that thing keeps fucking mind fucking me. The screen looks like a fucking person.
I'm getting pinched from everywhere, dude. What?
I got flank, step bro.
Hardpoint identified.
You got flank step, bro.
You got flank step bros.
Nice. Get us, we have
Hilarious.
rotation.
Right in the middle.
Another one middle, dead.
I feel like
Doing the trade.
Maniac just adjusting
Yo,
my
I have
settings.
like our
every
mid.
day.
I have like our mid lane pitch.
I do have a logo.
Remind me
I
right
just
there.
haven't put it on
Hostile
my
UAV established above. You are
put it on my
incoming.
Twitch yet.
Enemy UAV detected.
And then I do have a banner. My banner's on my what's it called? I'm clicking now. But I appreciate it. Wouldn't mind hitting that follow button. I appreciate that as well.
Stay on task.
Okay, where's how do I fucking
This game too, I love the orange aesthetic for certain things like your specialist ability,
Have the hard point. Hard point is
and then your nades and your stuns. I like the blue. I like the blue ring that you have when you're using your UAV. That's nice as well. This game is just aesthetically pleasing, bro. It does not look like Black Ops 6. Maybe it feels somewhat like Black Ops 6, but it's like because it's the same engine. But it's not a reskin. I wouldn't say it's like a complete reskin. I think they did make new things. The HUD is completely different. Gunplay seems to be slightly better. The setting and the maps are way better.
I think it's actually better. What do you guys think of the 2K?
have the hard point.
I can put the link to the Discord if you want to join the Discord. But you gotta follow first.
Alright, two,
Hit
one
that
more point.
follow
He's in
button.
the train, in the train.
Alicia.
Watch out, top.
Enemies using active scanner.
Fuck, I named myself. Fuck, I named myself again.
You can join my Discord.
On.
My channel Discord. Oh, here's
Absolutely.
Street.
No! Oh, I'm trying to get a cloud with it. Oh my god. Oh, clouds are lining up, bro.
This streak is
insane.
insane. I think they need to drop the amount of ammo you get with that though.
Heads up. Enemy
I think 6 is too much. I think 3 or 4 is like a sweet spot.
Enemy UAV detected. Hostiles released a skewer. Hostile UAV established above.
Hey, yo, we need a UAV. We need a UAV bad, boys.
Enemy UAV detected.
Bro, it's so...
UAV commencing surveillance overflight.
Oh, where's that? Tell me where that.
Hard point identified.
Where's the new logo? I don't.
Oh,
Hard point active. Got the hard point.
I feel like I killed him.
I
Go to the middle, the middle.
They can't come fast enough.
No. Good. One more. Stay flat. Nice. Right, I got Jackie.
Hostile UAV established above. We got the advantage. Now we have to keep it.
Up. Minus. Johnny, you guys.
Hard point.
Need. One more time.
Enemy took the lead. Make them look ready.
I think it comes back to us, yeah?
Hard point located.
Yeah, it goes back to us. Just come back. Goes back to us.
Hard point locked down.
No.
Hardpoint active.
Got two.
Skewer incoming.
Get him, get him.
Enemy UAV detected.
One. Over, two.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, Ant's got a dirty corn. I gotta tip that. Ant's got a dirty corn.
Hostile UAV established above.
Camo's out.
Keep talking like that.
One more in there.
I might be forced to.
No,
to ban you,
respond.
because I don't know what the heck you're talking about. You're talking about if I'm alive, no, I'm with you.
One more in the back. Fuck. There's a guy in the back.
It's kinda weird, bro.
On the stairs, on the stairs.
Payment accepted.
No, one shot done. What?
The guild took the hard point.
It goes back to the money. I think we go to the right, go to the right, go to the right.
Hardpoint
Gotta
identified.
go to the right, guys.
Yeah, wait, what's that on? One middle, dead.
I don't even have a friend request from you, and I'm not going to accept a friend request from someone.
Hardpoint active. Hardpoint
right now.
locked down.
What's that? Let's go straight.
I'm not going to accept a friend request from someone I don't know.
Stun incoming.
All right, so we go, boys. I
Hostiles
don't
released to skewer.
I'm like, after the railing. What's that enemy done? Buddies.
Scout pulse going
Let's
out.
go.
You've been in my
Here we go.
chat for an hour at most, so, you know.
Leads ours. Stay
I know
on
you
track.
followed,
Really?
but still, it's, you know, kind of a security thing.
Hostile tag.
What's your right?
Went off this.
Oh, he got me.
Hardpoint located.
Testing. I went off it. I'm going new.
They don't want
Go new, go new, go I'm at new. new.
Where's no?
Enemy
P1,
UAV
P1. I'm at
detected.
new. Yo, watch my front, watch my front. I'm my back.
Hardpoint is active. Got the hardpoint.
Two.
Oh, why did it? Fuck it.
Fucking
And I'm in their system. That's curtains, Black Ops.
Yeah, boo.
Someone get my time.
All personnel withdraw. Trauma teams are inbound.
No, it's a breakdown.
I'm lucky, chat.
Oh, that's what we came for.
God, come on, man. Nice shit.
That map is actually really good. I'm excited to play that map. I don't think Jeff was there. That's just a reaction. Let's. I'm not. Ooh, they got a fly through for. Let's. Well, actually, you know what? T Dog is 44 minutes. Oh well. Hold on. Does Ink Slasher have something else? Let's see. See, people saying do not buy. It's just Snake is worked. What does that mean? Baraka, what does that mean? What is Snake is worked? So let's watch.
So it is 3 a.m.
What do you mean snaked is work? I don't know what you mean. Like, any more context?
Last night, I actually played Black Ops 7. That is what you are seeing here. Today, I get to play more Black Ops 7. I get to play zombies, I get to play Warzone, I get to play multiplayer, and later today, you're going to want to make sure you're subscribed, you're going to want to make sure you have notifications on, because I'm going to be bringing you my entire opinion on what Black Ops 7 is actually
This better
going
not
to
be a
have
setting.
to
He better
offer.
not have motion
In this
blur in
video,
his game,
I'm going to
bro.
be showing you what Black Ops 7 is. We're going to be going through the
infuriates me.
menus. We're going to
Motion
be talking
blur
about the
in
multiplayer, what it
general
looks
is
like,
just-
what it plays like,
it looks
things
so
along those
bad.
lines. But again, my opinions will come later today when I can fully talk about the entire package. Now,
It's just a security thing, bro. Unless I know you, I am not accepting your friend request. I appreciate you following and all that, but we ain't friends to be able to do that. Like I said, you can join my Discord if you got the link still there. You can join that Discord. But besides that, I mean, I'm not adding anybody on Discord. I will not be adding anybody on Discord. So please stop asking me to add you on Discord. I appreciate you joining the Discord. I do. But do not ask me to join or to add you on Discord. Or I will have my mods ban you guys if you keep asking me. I'm telling you guys that I'm not going to add you. Yeah. All right. This is what it's come to. Well, this is what it's come to. Oh wait, I don't want that. Nope. Alicia, why do you have a different Twitch than the one that you have, or that you're using to chat in here on your Discord though?
I liked Phantom Fear. That was good.
No.
I'm gonna get you healed before I get rid of my. Hold on, hold on.
Go away, go away, go
There
away,
we
go away.
Oh my goodness.
Nope.
Almost locked myself.
Oh. Oh no. Oh, that's bad. Dude, no way you did not see that coming.
I'm not gonna lie, I probably don't have the best perks for this. Not with this color, at least.
That was great.
Nope.
Hey, Legion, did you like that?
I will not
Did
be
you
adding
like that?
anybody on Discord again.
That was
like I
fun,
said.
Legion. Did you like it?
If people keep asking me to add them on
Come on,
Discord,
Legion, tell me the truth.
I will not be adding you on Discord,
I mean, I juked him pretty good on that.
and I will ban you.
Yeah, actually.
Oh, yeah. I almost got off, too.
I want to grow a community. I do.
Man.
But
Legion.
I also want a community that
Definitely
respects
running
me.
on Mendy's
And
build,
I'm not
but
adding
it's kind of odd how
anybody
he's
on
not
Discord.
bothering to break the gens, though. He's probably that confident.
I'm just trying to chill, watch some Black
Well,
Ops
I
7
mean,
play.
he's already got
You join the
everybody's
Discord,
second
it's
state
cool.
by the time we did 3.
But I will not be adding
I don't think
anybody
he's
on
worried
Discord,
about it.
especially one, if you haven't followed my stream,
But no, he went to go swing at me as I
and
like threw
two,
myself into the
you
wall
aren't a
first, so we-
regular in my
so we
stream.
missed. Of course, I couldn't get away from the second hit, but it was great.
So yeah, unless you have been
Oh, yeah.
here multiple times, multiple times. Here every time I
Oh, not
stream,
again.
you even follow the stream, then maybe I
Definitely
would.
something else.
But you don't follow the stream.
Pellet.
You join my Discord, I do appreciate that.
No,
You don't follow my stream.
It's just the map.
And this is your first time being in here. And you guys demanding that I add you guys on Discord is kind of insane.
Oh,
Not even gonna lie.
Hi, guys.
It's kind of
We're down,
insane.
man.
Yes, we are.
Here's the one thing I'm going to say. If you're on the fence about Black Ops 7, watch this video, watch my opinions later,
you
but I want you to be able to play the game. And in the beta, zombies and multiplayer are in there. Now, the early access beta starts on October 2nd, and you either need to pre-order the game or watch
Bro,
my
I got
live
stuck on the
stream
stairs.
for
You can't fault
1
me
hour
for that.
today.
I got
It'll be
stuck on the
linked,
stairs.
first link down in the description, and if you just watch for an hour, Twitch drops are on, and you can get a free beta code. I want you to get a free beta code. So check out my stream. There's like no strings attached. Literally down in the description. And you will, if you watch for an hour, get a beta code today. It might take an hour or two to drop, but once you've watched for an hour, you can get the beta code. It's awesome. There's also some other rewards in there as well. Now, let's dive in and talk about Black Ops 7. So the event happened last night. We got to play multiplayer early, and the menus look fantastic. The game, well, there's a lot to talk about there. So let's start with that. I actually recorded a video while I was there, going through all the menus, showing you all the weapons, going through pretty much everything on how to create a class, what the overclock system looks like, and yeah, this is that.
All right, so to start things out, we're going to dive and go through the menus, starting out with weapons, loadouts, classes, score streaks, everything like that. So the first thing we found out today is that in the beta build that we're playing, there's 13 weapons that are not in this build that'll be in the final build. As far as the weapons that we have the M15 mod, MXR, Peacekeeper. This is the one that I think a lot of you are going to want to see. So we'll set that one up there. SMGs, we have the Graz 45K, Dravik 45, Razor 9mm, shotguns, M10 Breacher, Echo 12. The LMGs, we have the MK78. For marksman rifles, we have the M8A1. That's probably another one you're going to want to see. Sniper rifles, the Versus Recon, the XR3 Ion. Pistols, the Jagger 45 or the Coda 9. And launchers, the Arc M1. As far as secondaries go, we kind of already looked at those. We have Overkill on. Melee weapons, we only have the Flatline. Field upgrades, we don't have all of them in here. We have the Drone Pod, which I definitely want to check out. The Assault Pack, Trophy System, Active Camo, Echo Unit, and Squad Link. Now, we're not going to go through all of the overclocks, but just to see how they work here, we have the Quick Launcher, which is drones launch quicker, and the Radar Link, leave a mini-map icon at each drone's detonation point. So you can kind of see how each of those actually works there. And as we go for example, into the grenades here, Stun Grenade, EMP, Flashbang, Pinpoint Grenade, Stim Shot, and Sight Grenade, you can see how the overclocks work there as well. Lethals, we have Frag, Semtex, Cluster Grenade, Combat Axe, Point Turret, which that I definitely want to figure out. And we'll go with Rapid Fire on that one. Perks, we have new specialties, which I'm going to be in the way of here, but the top three are the same as it was in Black Ops 6. But then we have the combined ones that are Tactician, which is a combination of green and red, Scout, which is blue and red, and operative, which is green and blue. And you have to use 2 or 1 of the other ones. Score streaks, this is where we'll find interesting things. So Scout Pulse is sitting at 350 score. Overclocks, as you can see, you can change how your score streaks actually work. I'm going to leave these as is for now, but a couple interesting ones. The Gravemaker allows you to snipe through walls. The Watchdog Helo is a Watchdog Helo. This is like the wraps from Black Ops 3, if you've ever played that. It's called the HKDS. We have the Rhino, and then the VTOL warship up top. But we're going to leave those as base for when I hop into some gameplay here. Operators, you probably have already seen these. It's a combination of the zombies as well as the multiplayer. And the barracks is pretty much the same as before. Now, in the build we're playing, there's no camos built in or anything like that. However, if we actually go back here, go to loadouts, and then go to, I believe it's the M15. We do have the Beta Legend blueprint, as you are seeing here. The only other thing we haven't covered is wildcards. The 3 that are in this build.
Well, I don't know why he hesitated.
2, I am not adding anybody. And I'm going to say it one more time. I'm not adding anybody. You're going to get banned because you keep asking me. And I'm going to remove you from the Discord. I really, I mean, at this point, I feel like you guys are just bots anyways. So getting that banned.
Yeah, that's quite
just cool. I don't care.
Yep.
And then we're gonna go here, and we're gonna
let's just not talk about it.
ban from the Discord. I don't care.
I don't understand how this works.
Okay.
How what works? When I'm in the head form, I don't understand how it works as far as why does it not do damage when I hit them with my entrails?
You need to it gets them into a certain effective infect.
You too. I'm just gonna get rid of you too because I feel like you're a bot as well. I want real people in my stream. I just want real people in my stream, and I've been getting so many bots. So at this point, just give me some real people, please.
Our gunfighter, perk greed, and overkill. Now let's hop into some maps and hop into some multiplayer.
So the first mode that we played is Team Deathmatch on a map called Blackheart. Now this is a relatively small, absolutely 3-lane map where the 2 sides of the map are actually divided by a gap in the ground. Now this immediate design looks as though it should be wall run across, but the new move is called a wall jump. And well, let's just say it took me a while to get used to it.
The advantage is ours. Hold it.
Now I know, I do suck, but I did eventually end up getting used to it. Now, as far as this map goes, it is, like I said, a very distinct 3-lane map, which is relatively small. Incredibly easy to get used to, and the spawns are incredibly sticky, super easy to do a spawn trap. Basically, you can just stare down one lane of the map and pick off the other team pretty easy. I think they put this one first on purpose just because it was so easy to get used to. Now, a couple interesting things that I am using in this video. First of all, I have the pinpoint turret as my grenade. Basically, you throw it on the ground and it will shoot an enemy as they go by it. I believe it's countered by cold-blooded. This didn't really work as a turret, it didn't do a lot of damage, but what it did do, and by the way, I had an overclock that made it deal more damage, shoot faster on it, but what it did do is it kind of denied the lane and told me if someone was coming down a specific lane of the map, because if they were, it would shoot at them. Now, the other thing that I realized just from playing this for an hour is the biggest new thing, and the thing that's going to change up the gameplay the most is twofold, is overclock. The overclock system vastly changes up various different things, items that you use. One, for example, was the ammo supply. They had a bonus on the ammo supply in overclock where if someone picked up your ammo and killed someone with it, or you did, you would actually get a lot of bonus score for that, and it made it getting score streaks incredibly easy and changed up the way you played. I think the overclock system is probably going to be the biggest and game-defining feature that as time goes on and as the beta goes on, people will get used to, and yeah, there'll be metas formed because of it, and there's definitely going to need to be some balance alongside it, but that is going to be one of the defining features of the game. The other one is the score streaks. Now, the score streaks, the reason why I say those are going to be pretty game-defying is they're good. For once in a very long time, the score streaks feel powerful, and with the added overclocks on them, it'll either make them more attainable or more powerful. This is actually something like the overclock system is something that we had back in Advanced Warfare, believe it or not. Sledgehammer did this on their score streaks, and there was actually many, many more of them. And I believe they did say that they're going to be adding more overclocks. I don't know whether that's just going to be for individual items or for the existing items as the seasons go on. But I truly believe that they really could add a lot more of these and vary up the game quite greatly. Now, some of the score streaks like the VTOL, incredibly powerful. The HKDs, which stands for the Hunter-Killer Drones, are these little rolly bots that go around and explode chasing after people. They're essentially dogs, or if you played Black Ops 3, the RAP system from that game. They're very good. They feel good. They feel rewarding to earn. Probably one of my favorite new things. Again, we'll talk more about the opinions later on today. The other thing is the maps. So the gameplay that you are watching here is Domination on Forge. This was the second map and the second mode that we played. This map is much bigger than pretty much every other map you probably played in Black Ops 6. That doesn't mean it's a big map. It's just bigger than the ones we have played this year. It felt refreshing to play on it, and it wasn't too big where it didn't feel as though I was getting into any gunfights whatsoever. There's some interesting mechanics, like some walls move in the middle of the map around the B flag, doors. Another thing we're going to talk about my opinion on, they removed doors that you have to run through or shoot to open, but they have these automatic doors in a lot of places on a lot of maps. I will leave that one there for now. You can let me know your opinion down in the comments. You'll get mine later today. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you have notifications on. Now, as far as weapons and how they actually felt, the weapons felt punchy, they felt good, and they felt defined. Each weapon felt like it had either its role or not a role whatsoever. And what I mean by that is, yes, there's some weapons that are not so great. There's a burst action sniper rifle, really bad as of right now. Probably going to get some buffs throughout the beta weekend. As I mentioned at the beginning there, this is the beta build of the game, so spawns will improve, performance should improve, and a bunch of other things as well. Also, what I realized when using the weapons is attachments are incredibly powerful. One attachment can take a weapon from having a ton of recoil to none whatsoever, and as you're going to find out today, later on in game systems, attachments are going to work very differently in multiplayer and Warzone. So what an attachment does in multiplayer might do something completely different in Warzone, and is kind of like the first step to changing the two games together. They're still connected, don't get me wrong, like they're not separating Warzone altogether. That would be a huge announcement. Now, the other thing that they announced with Warzone is Haven's Hollow. It is going to be a new resurgence map based off of the Liberty Falls Zombies map. Also, I realize my mic is being a little bit weird. Hopefully it sounds okay for you guys. I don't really know what's going on with it. Sound quality is rough when you're away from the normal setup, but hopefully it's okay and you guys have been enjoying the videos here. Now, moving to the next map, we had Hardpoint on Toshin. Now, I think this is when you will start to see the map philosophy and design of this game. As far as how the map looks, as you can see, all of the maps look very pretty. They went way more bright, way more vibrant, and that is probably going to be where the game feels the most different to Black Ops 6, as well as the map design in and of itself. They went very heavily into the 3-lane design maps and went larger, but not too large. That was one of my worries, is that we got really, really sick of like these super tiny maps like Stakeout in Black Ops 6. I know some people like them, but people were starting to get sick of those super tiny TikTok brain maps. And I was worried that they were going to go enormous with the maps. And the next map that we're going to look at here, you'll see even more so than this one. They went bigger. They didn't go too big. They didn't go to the point where you're not going to be finding people. They didn't go red card from Black Ops 6, at least any of them that we played, which we didn't get to play all of them. Even in the beta build, I didn't even get to play them all yesterday, which I will be playing more of them today. Again, why I'm holding off my opinions a little bit. But this map in particular, very beautiful. The middle of the map is designed a little bit weird, where there's this like kind of maglev train that has crashed down that blocks a lot of the lines of sight, essentially dividing the map into two, which is kind of interesting. The other thing that I will say is hardpoint games, at least the ones we were playing, were lasting forever. And I don't know if that was because a lot of people were playing the objectives, switching back and forth, or just something they've done with Hardpoint, but they're long games. Like we're talking like 20-minute long games, which I found a little bit weird. I'm curious if that carries forward today. Now, two of the maps that I didn't get to play were Exposure and Imprint. Both of those were actually on the new mode, Overload. Now, this is essentially a non-advanced version of Uplink, and they are specifically going to be going for a competitive mode on this one. And what I mean by that is they want it to be in the CDL. They want this to be like one of the core modes that they play in the CDL. Now, so the final map that I played, the one you're watching here, is called Cortex. Of course, we're playing Hardpoint once again. Now, this was the map that I started to realize it looked like they were going a little bit more into environmental storytelling on maps like they used to, where there's a backstory to these maps. There's something that went on in the background. This one specifically had test chambers in the middle of the map with humans in them, like actual humans floating in them. And you go into the other side of the map and there's a lab with people's data on the wall. Now, I tried to find more information about it. I couldn't find anything in particular. Maybe it'll play more into the campaign and the story and everything like that. But I like that. That is something I think is very important, very underrated for things like this. It's just a little environmental storytelling, a little background. Now, the other thing that we got to learn about yesterday, and you will see this if you watch the live streams today, is the mastery camos. There are 4 mastery camos in every mode, in campaign, in multiplayer, in zombies, and in Warzone, in every single one of them. And if you're the type of Call of Duty player, and again, we'll talk more opinions later today, but if you're the type of Call of Duty player that likes the checklist, likes completing everything, likes being a completionist, this game is going to tickle your fancy. It is very clear what they were going with on that front. There's always things to grind for. And even if you complete all of those camos or all of the prestiging and everything like that, there's going to be weekly challenges, there's going to be reticle challenges, there's going to be daily challenges, there's going to be events that happen throughout the seasons as well. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be busy. They're going for what Modern Warfare 3 did, and I think that is really good. But all in all, and this is what we'll talk more about later today, there wasn't too much that was brand new. Like, there was the new game mode, which unfortunately I didn't get to play, but this is Call of Duty. Like, you're not getting a brand new experience or anything like this, at least in multiplayer. And that's what I will say for now. There's some other things to talk about later today that I can't talk about right now, but this has essentially been multiplayer. As far as if you wanted to ask me some brief questions, what my favorite map was, it was probably this map, Cortex. I think it was the most interesting. It was the largest map that we played. I would say it's a large size map, but does not feel large. I think the beta offering is actually pretty big. The fact that there's 17 weapons in the beta and 30 at launch, that's a pretty big thing. Some things that are not going to be in the beta, the 20v20 skirmish mode is not going to be in the beta, and by the sounds of it, I could be wrong about this, but by the sounds of it, I don't think they're going to be supporting that mode after the game launches, just because they didn't mention it whatsoever, whereas they mentioned that by season 1 there was going to be 7 maps.
So from the leaks, as far as it goes, they are going to support it for the first, I think, 3 seasons. Actually, you know what? Let me take that back. They may not be supporting that map or those maps. Actually, the first 3 seasons they're going to be supporting the end game.
Maps added to the game already, which is huge. One of which was going to be a fan favorite. They didn't say it specifically, but it's going to be Nuketown. Like, they're adding in Nuketown within the first couple of weeks of the game. They basically confirmed that, and they're going to be confirming that during the live stream today. So, if you're a Nuketown kid, you're gonna love that. And if you're like me and maybe have been a little overloaded by Nuketown, well, maybe you can play Overload on Nuketown then, or just not play Nuketown at all. But yeah, that was been Black Ops 7. Let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. I'm very curious to hear what you guys have to say about it. We're gonna be diving more into the rest of everything later today. All honest opinions from the bottom of the heart. And trust me, we're gonna be honest. So make sure you subscribe, turn notifications on, and I'll see you there.
All right, so that's the end of that one. I don't know.
Guys, let me see if Charlie Intel tweeted anything we should be worried about here.
No. Okay, so I guess we're gonna go in. Do we go to the T-Dog Schmitty one? Because I only want to watch people that were actually there. Yeah, see, look at Swag wasn't even in, or Swag was in the game, but he wasn't even the one who dropped the nuke. I can't take Swag serious, bro. You're getting banned. I'm done with these bot accounts coming in here. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna watch a T-Dog Schmitty one. T-Dog Schmitty.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen.
It's gonna be cool. He's probably gonna have some gameplay. Let's see. He has some gameplay. He's gonna talk over. He's probably gonna give us his impressions and everything on that. I'm excited to see what he thinks of the game because he is just like me, a Call of Duty purist. Pretty much the only game he plays is Call of Duty, just like me. So I have a feeling what he's gonna say is gonna resonate with me, especially once I play the game. So I am very excited to see what he has to say.
Are back at the hotel. We just got done with the Black Ops 7 Call of Duty Next event, and you guys were kind of spamming in my chat. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? And I said, let me process the information. Let me process what I just played. Let me go back to the hotel, gather my thoughts, gather my notes, which I have right here in front of me. And I will tell you my thoughts on Black Ops 7. So how we're going to structure this video is going to be very simple. We're going to be going over the 4 things that we kind of went over in the event, like the broadcast went over, what we played, and probably the future will be the 5th topic. So it'll be campaign. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, and then the future of Call of Duty. For each one of these categories, we are going to do what I think are the positives and what I think are the negatives. And then actually overall, at the end of the video, like typically, we're going to probably go over, do I think you should play this game, my honest thoughts, and, you know, where do I see Call of Duty going from here? So let's get right into it, guys. And before I quickly start, actually, I said let's get into it, and then I said, hold on a second. Thank you all for watching the stream today. Seriously, best stream I've ever had as a content creator. We had like 2,000 viewers for a lot of the time. Was not expecting that. I know there's a lot of other people that you can watch. You decided to watch me, so thank you again. Thank you. We hit 550,000 while we were live too. So overall, just a W day. Just a quick reminder, follow me on Twitter if you want to. Keep up to date with me. Keep with my hot takes, with my COD is back tweets that are sometimes sarcasm, by the way. People get with it, get with the program. I guess we'll go into the campaign first. This one will be very, very brief because we actually obviously didn't play anything campaign related, but we do now know that there's going to be camos that you can grind for, and that will be done, I believe, through co-op campaign. Now, I really, really am excited for this campaign. I'm always a Call of Duty fan that likes to play the campaign first before I dive into anything else. I know that sounds old-fashioned. It's very old-fashioned, actually, because half the people don't even play campaign anymore. But I'm very excited for this one because I feel like the last couple have been kind of eh. And I'm hoping that this tie-in with Black Ops 2 and Menendez and all that stuff will actually give us a great story. And on top of this, the ability to do co-op campaign, I think is going to be so fun. I've already talked to a couple of creators here, Merc, Ink Slasher, Dalek. We're gonna see maybe if we can do a little, like, a big co-op stream for you guys. So let me know who you guys want me to hit up and see if they'll do an actual collab for the campaign. So it just gives you a little bit more freedom to do it. And again, the big thing with this now too is with the camos, we can grind and get something of value for, not only do we get a story, but now we get a camo grind with it. And I'm not gonna lie, these camos looked really good. The camos to me, we'll talk about the other ones as well. I'm impressed, man. I mean, I feel like Treyarch's always kind of been good with camos, but like campaign camos, they're even good. I appreciated that. So I think the positives of campaign is now we have a camo grind. The co-op campaign is going to be very fun to do. We're now getting the sequel of BO2 that we should have gotten back in 2015 when we got a Black Ops 3 campaign that like 3 of you guys in my chat say is a great campaign. Y'all have lost your mind. That campaign was terrible. So overall, very positive around the campaign. Now, there's only one concern I have with this is because, I know I just said it was a W, but because it's a co-op campaign, will it be bad? Which I know that's counterpoint to what I just said, but I remember World at War having a co-op campaign and it being phenomenally done. And then I would say Black Ops 3 also had a co-op campaign, and I believe that was very poorly done. Now, what was that? Maybe because the story was not very good in BO3 for me? Possibly, but I think it's something to be not concerned about, but like, I think it's something to be on your radar. You know, will this experience be better single player? Hopefully. I mean, it sounds like we're not going to get any open combat missions from what we heard. That'll be great. Obviously, the final mission as well, that we want to quickly, briefly talk about, that it's going to be like some sort of DMZ style thing. Not really my bag, but I'm excited to try it anyway. And I believe we're supposed to be getting more missions after the fact for this, so it's kind of like a mini DMZ mode coming back to Call of Duty again. So DMZ people, all 50 of you guys, congratulations, guys. So
all 50.
I'm gonna give a thumbs up to campaign. I'm excited for campaign. I'm cautiously optimistic about the co-op, but I think overall with camos, and I might even play by myself if it's worth it, I'm down. I'm in. Let's now move on to probably the reason maybe one of the reasons you came on this video. Multiplayer. Now, this is probably going to be the longest segment here because I have a lot to unpack, and I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't really script this. I mean, obviously I have my notes in front of me, but so let me just give you the breakdown, okay? So let me give you the breakdown. I, like you guys, when I saw Black Ops 7 announced, immediately I was like, okay. I used to be a very, very big fan of Black Ops. Still probably my favorite franchise compared to Modern Warfare or whatever other franchises there are. But I was very nervous because if you remember just about 2 years ago, we got 2 Modern Warfares in a row. And I think people were kind of just like, no thanks. Like, this is a DLC. This is the same game minus a few changes. And so when I saw Black Ops 7, I said, uh-oh, we might be in big doo-doo jaja because people are going to think the exact same thing about Black Ops 7. So we'll talk about that at the end of the multiplayer segment. But let's get into we sit down and we immediately get to play pretty much. Now, obviously, you got to keep in mind that the people that are playing at this event are just unbelievably cracked at the game. Like, I'm probably the bottom % of people there of skill. Now, am I going to flex a little bit here and think that I I'm a decent Call of Duty player, probably better than a lot of you guys. I'm just kidding. But overall, you get into these games and you get smacked around a ton. So we actually, when today's COD Next, yesterday we had a tech test. And yesterday I boot in, I go against Scump, he drops 80 kills, I go, this game sucks. And, you know, my settings weren't right. And I kind of yesterday left, I was like, okay, all right, you know, let me process a little bit. So today I came back, I had everything dialed in, everything felt good. I actually partnered up with a couple people, we were in a lobby. And I think things changed a little bit. You know, things changed, like, you know, we were winning games, it was fun. I think part of that is a big play when you play these games. If you're winning and having fun, it's great. And then when you're getting destroyed, it's the worst game of all time. So let's dive into some of the weapons and stuff like that. I know I'm a little bit all over the place, but like I said, I'm not scripting this. This is just top of the dome here. The weapons, to me, I really enjoyed. Okay, so positives of this so far. Weapons I enjoyed.
Oh, those are the
seeing the M8 again. The M8 was super fun to use. Probably it might be my favorite gun in the beta. There was also an SMG that I rocked, and I got my dog kill streak listen, we'll talk about streaks in a second too. I got the dog streak with this SMG. So the guns were fun. A couple of them looked like older guns. Like one looked like the Rampart from BO4. I think one looked like the Bass B or Bass P, whatever it was called, in MW2. And obviously the M8 came back. Snipers I didn't get a chance to use. I suck with snipers anyway, so it probably would have been a lost cause. But I've seen a lot of people hitting clips, and they were doing just fine. So to me, the weapons felt really good. The attachments and all that stuff, it's the same gunsmith, let's be honest. A couple different changes here and there, but overall, it looks exactly like Black Ops 6 when it comes to gunsmith. I don't know why we didn't do pick 10. I think this would have really, really made this game kind of stand out a little bit more, bringing that back. And gunsmith was a little bit disappointing in my opinion. But overall, gunplay, I think, felt really, really good. Now, let's go to the maps. And now, obviously, you guys were asking me about the maps a ton, because we all know the maps in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Oh, baby. I mean, at first, when we were playing them in the COD Next last year in the beta, like, it was kind of fun because it was a lot of high, intense action. And then over time, 3-4 months, I started to get a little bored of these things. I'm like, this is not good. These maps are awful. And it became the community sentiment as well, or sentiment, whatever that word is. Black Ops 6 maps just weren't good. These maps, to me, they kind of reminded me of multiple CODs. So I don't know the names of them. I don't know the maps that we played names, but let me just start off by saying they are better than the Black Ops 6 maps. Now, I don't know what that's really saying, because if they're the worst maps in maybe COD history, really the only spot you can go is up. Let's be honest. But I think one of the maps kind of reminded me of Sovereign from Ghosts, with like the white area. Then there was the TDM that kind of reminded me of Frequency from BO4. It had like the wall runs on both sides. There was one map that kind of reminded me of Tokyo from MW3. And then there was another map that was very vibrant that kind of reminded me of an Infinite Warfare map. So we're kind of bouncing all over the place in terms of maps, thinking like, okay, one looks like IW, one looks like BO4, one looks like MW3. And I thought that was really good. I think overall the maps had vibrancy, colorful, you could see. I mean, I know I saw Nate Shot tweet, he was watching, and he was like, it looks like there's good visibility. Nate Shot, if you somehow watched this video, there was good visibility. I think we're the same age. I could see who I was shooting at. Whereas in the past couple Call of Duties, I'm just guessing. I'm like, I think that's where they're at. I hope. I mean, I hope. So overall, maps were... I think maps are going to be pretty good in this Call of Duty. Now, how will more launch maps be? We'll see. But overall, I never complained. I never felt like there was a time where I'm like, this map's terrible. This map sucks. Honestly, the funny thing that I took a note of when I was in playing the beta, I said a couple times, where is everybody? Where is everybody? And I thought that was kind of funny because back in the day, you would say that because you were kind of annoyed because the map was so big and you couldn't find players. But then we just came off of a Call of Duty where you literally would spawn in and you had 0.2 seconds to get involved into a gunfight, and then you were either dead or alive. It was actually very refreshing to say that. I can't find anybody. I haven't said that since probably Modern Warfare 19, and that was for reasons that we don't want to talk about. They were sitting behind doors with claymores and 7.25s. But
that was
I think the maps are a good. Right now, guns feel really good, and I think the maps feel really good. And overall, if you're trying to find a good multiplayer, that's usually the first two things, but there's always a twist with Call of Duty in there. So we're not at the point that I really want to make with that. Let me look at my notes here. Okay, so there was a couple things that with, I don't know what they were called, equipment. I don't know if you guys saw me. I tried to get a couple kills where I had the invisible, or there was also like the fake person, like a psychosis in BO3. I think they were fine. That never really felt overpowered. I got killed a bunch while I was overclocked or invisible. So if you're a decent player, I think you can kind of see them. It's almost like the Halo thing, where if you had invincibility in Halo, you were invincible if like you sat still, but if you were moving around, like you could see almost like the outline of your body. So I kind of felt like if you were a better player, I would most likely die because I'm like, oh, look at this guy. I'm going to go have fun. I'm going to meat shield him. And then I just would get destroyed. And I'm like, oh, they can see me. So I didn't really try any of the other ones besides the decoy and the invincibility, but I never felt like they were overpowered. I actually felt like they were in a pretty good spot. So real quick, if you guys didn't know this, there's going to be 30 weapons at launch. So I think we played with like 16, 17 maybe in this build. So there's going to be another 12 that we see, which is good. I mean, that's 30 guns is great. And they've told us that they're not going to be guns that we've seen before. So I think that's all right. I think that's good. Quick checkup on the camos, kind of very similar to me as the campaign. I'm down. I'm going to camo grind this year. I think that's going to be something that I want to do on Black Ops 7.
I'll say it
so
again.
if you do want to see me do that, please let me know in the comments, because I've never actually done a
excited for a
camo
camo
grind,
grind.
like legitimately. So I think it would be a really fun story to tell, like my story as a first-time camo grinder. And they looked phenomenal. They brought back like the old classics of BO2. I saw Weaponized 115 and I said, I think it's time. I think your boy, it's time. We got to do what we got to do. And
Now,
I
see,
think
I only
I talked
do
with a few of the
multiplayer,
devs.
but
I don't
I
think
need
there's
to do
any
any
challenges or
games for
weird
sure.
things like you
And
got a
I think I'm
mantle
gonna do
or
zombies
stupid
as well.
stuff. I think it's very
Or at least I'm gonna do
semi-basic,
ARs and
which is kind of my style. I'm used to the headshots only.
and maybe even
The last time I actually went for any sort of camo. So I'm glad that they're doing that. I don't
that
think it's only
blood one
headshots, but they're
is
keeping it a little
nice.
bit more simple than like MW19. So again, more stuff to grind, which is another great thing. And then let's get into the streaks. The streaks to me, I mean, you guys know it. I mean, I was on the broadcast. I hate to brag. You guys know that. But I was on the broadcast, and my man, the dog, he came in there, brought me a pizza. And I'm like, what a nice guy, man. I trained this little guy so well.
I'm so
And
excited for this game.
again, another reminder for you guys.
November
These
14th,
people,
put the
these
beta to
lobbies are
be
very sweaty,
in
so I
2
didn't get a lot
days.
of streaks. But I did manage to get a few of them, and I feel like they were pretty good. Now, I also played against a super sweaty people, and I had super sweaty people on my team, and I'm pretty sure somebody got a swarm, and that thing was demolishing the lobby so bad that people were leaving inside of COD Next. So to me, it looks like streaks are going to be a very, very good thing. Very useful, very, I guess not very worth it. That's not how you word that, but worth it to get. The dog streak was probably my favorite one. I didn't consult with Treyarch. I was kind of fibbing a little bit, but there's no way they did not look at something with my name and say, we need to give this guy his own kill streak. So we are now going to claim on this day, September 30th, that the dog kill streak is mine. Okay? in the comments down below, what should we name Lil T-Dog? Maybe he should just be Lil T-Dog. I don't know. So Streaks, I'm going to give you a thumbs up. Now, let me think of anything else in the multiplayer section before we go over the negative side of things, because this is kind of where you guys are probably actually wanting my opinion. Yeah, was there anything else with grenades? That was all kind of similar. Stim shot was fine. You know, the perks, I think the perks were pretty good. I think they were pretty balanced. Like you perk 1, 2, 3, it felt like you had to use certain things, but I wasn't too focused on perks, so I can't give you the crazy feedback on that. Besides, it felt balanced. It felt like I was doing what I was supposed to do. But let's get into what I think might be the problem with this game. And before I say this, I got a lot of COD shill comments today in my stream. Now, I don't know if that was just haters or people that were just... I don't know a COD shill that would openly give negative feedback on a video and do it semi-frequently. I feel like I've done it very frequently in the past year or two. I mean, Modern Warfare 2, I'm surprised I didn't get kicked off the list after what I was saying about that game. So if you're new to the channel and you call me a shill, go back a few videos, go back to MW2, and you'll maybe think twice about that. So let's get into what I think might be the biggest problem with this game. And then there's actually one more positive thing that I think is great that I just remembered. But I want to get into the negative part because I know you sick people want me to, you know, you want the negative. So I mentioned it earlier, and this was actually something that I actually talked to a dev last night. And I don't know if he was surprised by it. I don't know if he was maybe a little stunned. But we were talking, he said, "What do you think?" And I said, I had a really good time on multiplayer, but I don't think it's going to move the needle. That's the exact words I used. And I want to be whatever I'm saying right now, I want to make sure it makes sense to you guys. When I say it doesn't move the needle, I don't think it's going to bring back people that left Call of Duty. So like your casual person that went to go play another game like Delta Force, like Battlefield, like Fortnite, whatever you want to call it, Madden, who knows. I don't think that there's going to be enough, at least from what I felt like, to bring somebody back. I saw a lot of comments that it said it felt like it was a DLC. Just like the same exact comments that were happening in MW3. Everybody was saying the same thing. This is a DLC, this is a DLC, this is a DLC. And that's what I was talking about earlier in this video when I said the back-to-back titles, I think they hurt Call of Duty more than they think they do. Because I know my regular Jim Smith getting off work at 5 o'clock to get home, has an hour to play, sees this game and goes, "That doesn't really look that much different than Black Ops 6. Now, I disagree with that statement. Yeah, that game doesn't look very much different than Black Ops 6. I'm good. You know, I'm good. I don't need to play that. I'm going to go play Battlefield. Which, again, another thing to say, guys, it's not illegal to play Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7 at the same time. It's okay. You can play both games. So I kind of told him that. I said, I don't know if people are going to want to buy this game because I think that they're just going to be like, okay, it's just a little bit of a DLC. It kind of looks the same. You just added wall bouncing. I don't think that they're technically right, but I can see that perspective. And so I'm trying to have more of a...
If we boil everything down, let's boil everything down. If we boil Call of Duty down in a nutshell, and I tell my friends this all the time, what's it called? Call of Duty is the same game every year. Yeah, it's the same. Literally, the concept of the game is the same every year. Pretty much any game that's a franchise that you play year in, year out is the same game every year. Madden, FIFA, NHL, Battlefield. Battlefield doesn't come out every year. Battlefield takes breaks. But every battlefield's the same battlefield. It's just slightly different. Some games are worse, some games are better. But you can say, hey, Battlefield 1, going to Battlefield 1 and now going to Battlefield 6. Battlefield 6 is just a DLC version. It's really not that new of a game. With Call of Duty, Black Ops 2 is the game, right? Well, Black Ops 7 now is a DLC of that as well. You're just paying $70 for it. The difference is the graphics. That's really the only big difference. The upgraded graphics. Yeah, that's how it is. It's the same game every year. Now, Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7, it's going to be very similar because they're running off the same engine. Right? They're running off the same engine. So, of course, it's going to be the same. But it's the same with Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 6 aren't that completely different. Art styles may be slightly different. Maps are different. And guns are different. But you could say the same. Black Ops 6 is just a DLC of Modern Warfare 2. Because they pretty much felt the same as well. The only difference was they added Omni movement. I'm tired of hearing this, oh, it's just a DLC. Of course it is. Every Call of Duty is essentially a DLC.
Casual person's perspective when I'm making this review, because I'm like, what are these guys going to think that play 5 hours a week? Not the super sweats, not the Call of Duty diehards that buy every single year like me, that are screaming Call of Duty is back every time. What are the people that don't play, that they probably lost because of their Seth Rogen skins, because of the cracked out movement, because of, just the decisions that they made, no content, Warzone kind of in a bad spot? Are they going to play the game? And I right now don't know if they are. That would be my honest thought. I don't know if they are. Now, the wall bouncing to me, I actually thought it was fun.
People that actually care about Call of Duty and want to play Call of Duty.
Again, is Joe Smith going to see this and go, holy crap,
Joe Schmo should not be made for
the speed feels about the same, but now there's wall bouncing. Oh no, I'm out of here.
Make it for your hardcore
I'm a little bit
fans
nervous. I'm a little bit nervous that that is what's
going
to happen. That's the thought I had for.
That's why you get
that's
rid
the thought
of
I had as soon as I saw the
lobbies.
reveal trailer. It's like people don't like movement CODs anymore, which is so sad, but it's true. And so
if you have a
the
problem
wall
with
bouncing,
movement
though, to me,
then
let's
go
talk
play
about that real
Battlefield.
quick.
Like,
I don't think
we don't
it's
want you
crazy.
here anyways.
It is really not that intense. There's not a crazy amount of walls. You lose momentum very fast, so it's really not this crazy thing that I think will change the game. I think it's a very boots on the ground Call of Duty, and you can quote me on that. A lot of these places have little small wall bounces, but there's nothing crazy. It reminds me of Black Ops 3, where nothing really got out of your point of view. And so I think the wall bouncing is fine. I'm okay with it.
It doesn't look.
But like
OP,
I said,
bro.
I'm worried.
Everybody's
that
like,
this
oh, it's
game
OP,
will
Neuro
not
Cinema.
move the needle
Oh,
for
it's
Call of
OP.
Duty.
They're jumping
I
15
think
feet in the air. It's not. It's not OP. I've literally I've watched a shit ton of Black Ops 7 today. Like, my head hurts with how much Black Ops 7 I've actually watched. But I'm watching these videos on stream right now. I'm watching Shotzi, the Movement King. I'm watching T-Dog. I watched Ink Slasher. Scum. These guys aren't jumping from wall to wall to wall like people think they are. They're not jumping up, and it's hard for people to track them because they're not that high. The wall jump seems to be fine. So the wall jump just seems to be a fun new thing to add to spice up the game, spice up movement, which is something we've been needing for a very long time. I was at a point with jetpacks. Cool, yeah, I love jetpacks, but if we want to go to boots on the ground, cool. Be fresh and nice and awesome. Come out with World War II, it's a little slow. Gunplay was really fun. They mixed it up too by doing a lot of balancing of guns and stuff like that. So we had a lot of different metas, bar meta, MG meta, the STG meta. Gunplay saved that game. Maps were pretty decent too. I'll admit I do like the maps in that game. Yeah, and even then, I personally, my favorite game is a jetpack game. I fucking love Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 will go down in my mind as the greatest Call of Duty of all time because maps were fun, movement was fun, guns were fun, has my favorite gun in the game with the VMP. So I'm cool with movement. This movement isn't crazy. This movement is nice. It's fun. They don't go too far. They're not out of the view of your line of sight. And now that we have FOV sliders too, it's not that big of a deal. If you can't see somebody in front of you, just move your FOV up to 120. But like we get to World War II, now we're stuck. We're at World War II, Black Ops 4, then we're at COD 2019. We go to Cold War, we go to Vanguard, we go to MW2, we go to MW3, and we go to Black Ops 6. That's like 8 years of boots on the ground. Cool. Let's shake it up. Stop crying. Let's shake it up. It's still pretty much boots on the ground, except for you have a wall jump. Like, it's this is a good thing. We're expanding. We're freshening it up. We're making it all nice and fresh. That paired with the maps and the guns that I'm seeing and the camo grinds that we're going to have, and they're adding the weekly challenges. We're going to have weapon prestige, and we now have a normal prestige since Black Ops 6 came out. We have everything we've wanted, and you could ask for to have a good Call of Duty. Now, the only thing that we need, really, and it's probably not going to happen, is getting rid of SBMM or at least getting rid of disbanding lobbies. If they could just hit on those, and Activision could just get off their high horse, get off that D that they be sitting on, they could make even more money because people would play the game. SBMM is killing this game. People don't want to play Black Ops 6. I don't want to play Black Ops 6 because the lobbies just get sweaty, and it's like not fun to play anymore with the maps that they have and all that. Black Ops 7 might change that just because they do have good maps now. And I can play a Call of Duty even with SBMM with good maps. But I don't feel like the normal fan that they're trying to get is going to be able to do it anymore. Their metrics that they have don't work. They don't show what's actually happening. SBMM is killing the game. People are leaving because they're getting put in these lobbies. Either if they're casual, they're getting put in lobbies with people that are as good as them or slightly better. And the bad people are getting in lobbies where nothing's going on. Like, I've seen the videos of people reverse boosting to get into those really, really, really low lobbies. They have no fucking idea what is going on. They don't even shoot at each other half the time. And if they do, they're missing literally every bullet and only hitting one. So it takes 5 clips or 5 mags to kill somebody. SBMM should only be in ranked play. Or an unranked mode. You should have an unranked mode, ranked mode, and then casual, where everybody else can go and just have fun. Pub stomping was good for Call of Duty back in the day. Also added a lot of content for people to post. I mean, you ask 99% of COD fans, hey, what YouTube videos did you watch? They're going to say, oh, I watched the Scump Livecom. That's what we need. We need more of that. It's time. They're not going to do it. They're never going to do it. But it's time for SBMM to be gone. Allow these dog shit players to play with good players and have them look at something that they can strive to be. That's what I was. I strived to be as good as I am now. I was getting my ass ran. Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 and Ghost, I was negative more than I was positive those years. Advanced Warfare, same, somewhat. Yes, he watched Vanos. I don't even know if he does COD videos even now. And if he does, he probably doesn't enjoy it. But, like, I got my shit ran for years till I could learn how to play COD and I could get my shot straight. I could somewhat understand spawns. I don't understand spawns completely, but I can kind of tell where people are going to spawn. I don't know exact spawns, but I can kind of tell. And then with playing ranked, that also helped me too because I would learn spawns. I would learn other game modes. I would learn how to shoot back against good players. That's what you want. You don't want these fucking noobs to come in and play other noobs because they're not. How are they going to get any better and how are they having fun? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Let's get back to noobs and Christmas noobs coming in and they're getting shit on because they either haven't played the game yet, they don't know what's going on, or they just suck. And they just, get their ass ran, and then they get better at the game. That's just that's what we need. We need players to want to get better, not want to stay where they're at. Trace does know spawns, and that is why he is disgusting. He is really good because he's got a great shot and he knows where people are spawning. Yeah, we do love Christmas noobs, but you don't ever really see Christmas noobs anymore. Unless they played COD the year before. But at that point, they're not noobs because you're in the same skill bracket. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work in a casual game mode. Especially when people just want to get on casually and take a load off, drink a beer, and play COD. That's why people like me, when they want to play competitive, will go to ranked. And the casuals can stay in casual and play. We need to get rid of that, badly.
Again, Black Ops 7 too. I think people will be like, okay, we're ready for a new game. We're ready for a new franchise, is what I would say for that. So, lastly, with multiplayer, they announced while we were there, Nuketown is back. I mean, we knew it was happening. I mean, they said it was. They kind of
if Black Ops is
to go alongside that, the one thing that I am very happy about is the fact that they're taking content very serious this year because
I'm cool with bringing
the content that they released last year was some of the worst in COD franchise history. The maps that they brought back were terrible. They released them staggered, awful. The skins, the blueprints, all that stuff. Not a fan of any of it. This year, apparently, they're going to release 7 new maps by the time before Season 1 and with Season 1. So that is a good thing. That's a good sign. Alongside all the stuff coming for the guns, where like MW3, the aftermarket parts, that's going to be in the game. So I don't think there's any shortage of content. And I think that's going to be wonderful. That is a welcome change because, like I said, they've been treating this like a live service game for so long, but it's not been treated like a live service for so long. So I'm excited to grind the content. I'm excited to grind camos. I'm excited to grind content, see what they have for us. And then the last thing here, I'm going to be straight up honest with y'all. Like I said, this game is fun at its core. The multiplayer is one of the best multiplayer games we have had since probably MW19.
Just looking at these maps, I don't doubt it.
Will that entire thing get ruined?
MW19 was not a good map or good game, though. I'll say that.
And then you get thrown into a lobby with CDL pros. I just played against CDL pros. It ain't fun. It makes you want to quit the game and get off. Let's be real. And I said before, I tweeted it out, I said, I'm hoping Call of Duty has one more 1%. Thing. And the one more thing announcement is disbanding lobbies are going to be something that they're implementing. And it did not happen. So we did not get disbanding lobbies, or non-disbanding lobbies. Quick reminder for what that is for people. Back in the day, you would play Call of Duty, you would finish a game and you would stay in the lobby with the same people. Now, because of SBMM or whatever they want to call it, your game finishes and you get kicked out. And then a fresh new lobby starts. So that was a very big disappointment. So I think for me, the disappointments are not having that one more thing, not having that big punch that's like, no disbanding lobbies, and we're like, Call of Duty's back. They didn't have that, and I worry for the casual person working a 9 to 5. This game is not going to be enough to bring you back because you think it looks too similar to Black Ops 6, despite it being futuristic, despite it having different guns, despite it having different maps and bigger maps. I know how these people think, and I think that they are going to go, we'll see you on Battlefield 6. I think it's become a meme to say, I'll see you on Battlefield 6, but I do think some of it's real. And so I'm hoping that Call of Duty maybe sees the punch that Battlefield throws in October when the game releases, and maybe they'll go, you know what? Maybe we reconsider the disbanding lobbies and we put that on launch. Again, there's announcements that could happen between beta and the release of the game. So it's not like all hope is lost, because they still could do the one more thing before the game comes out. Do I see it happening? No. So there were my 2 disappointments. Camo grinding, great. I'm excited for that.
It's not happening.
And the content that they have planned, all that stuff.
I know Treyarch's trying to push
Overall,
for it,
gunplay,
but it's
streets,
I don't
maps
see
are really good.
anything.
That makes a good start for a Call of Duty.
Which is a
but
shame.
will the SBMM kill it, and will the people thinking it's an MW2, MW3 hurt it? That would be my multiplayer take. Now let's move on to zombies, and this one.
Joe wants to see.
Obviously, I'm not a zombies guy. I do think
it looks
I was
good.
Planning
though. I
on
like
playing
that.
zombies a
like
little bit
it.
this year, because if you didn't know, they brought out that new announcement of zombies is getting this brand new mode, and I can't remember what the heck it's called. It's called Cursed. So this one is pretty much Cursed is the classic mode. It's pistol only. It's no loadouts. It's no mini map. It's the classic point system. And when I got told that we were going to be playing the beta, I'm like, dude, I cannot wait for this. Well, it turns out we didn't play the Cursed mode. we played the big map. I don't even remember what it was called now.
It's survival. It's going to be in the beta.
Ashes, I think it was what it was called, and we had like part of it. We had part of the map, I believe. So it's going to be a pretty big map. It was actually pretty fun. Now I will be straight up honest with you guys. The modern zombies I cannot stand. The plating, the HUD, the loadouts, I dislike all of it. I don't want any of that in my game, in my zombies. I'm a BO1 World at War type of guy, and so that was a little disappointing to not be able to play this Cursed mode. Dead Ops Arcade looked pretty cool. Hitch was next to me on my right, Optic Hitch, and he was playing it. It looked fun. So that's going to be great for zombies people. So I think if you're in love with the new zombies, you're going to really like this product. I was driving that big truck around, having a good old time. And I think the main thing for me will be the classic mode. I think if they nail the classic mode and it brings that nostalgia back, it brings that, I always say, like, I don't want to say panic. Maybe it is panic, but like the panic to
they're doing like a whole
get a loadout, or not get a loadout, to get it.
You heard about this, but there is exfils, and you can solo exfil in the game now. And one of the exfil, or like I think the solo exfil, you go into that like little yellow phone booth that he just showed, and you pick up the phone, and it pulls you out. It's kind of very similar to a movie franchise that we've seen, Matrix, where they get the phone, they call, and they get pulled out. So we'll see. Maybe a Matrix collab. I would love it. Give me Neo. I would love to play with Neo. Give me some Keanu Reeves. I love
to get
Keanu.
Enough points to go to the wall buy, get enough points to get to the mystery box, get enough points to go turn the power on. It all made, it was like I don't want to say this because the zombie people are going to get mad at me, but it created a different story every time. It created a different, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like when Warzone, at the final circle, it just creates this intensity. And the zombies always had that in the first couple rounds, and then it got even more once you had to like get your crazy gun, and then the zombies were sprinting at you, you had to save a crawler. So overall, I will be playing this Cursed mode. I will not be playing the standard mode. I don't think that's for me. I don't think it's for a
will
lot
have
of you
to
guys. If you're in the
unlock
comments
first,
down below, you
though,
made it this
so-
far into the zombies part. What do you think? What do you think about? Are you going to be playing Cursed more? Are you going to be playing the standard mode more? I've never found anybody in my chat to be like, I love the way zombies is now. Everybody says it's the Warzone-ification of zombies, and I think they nailed it straight on the head. So
Warzone has
negative
killed
of this
COD.
one was we
I'll
didn't get to
continue to say
experience
it.
Cursed.
Warzone
The
killed
map
COD.
was super fun.
What happened
The
to the
truck
game I
was
love?
super fun to drive. The
What happened
zombies were kind of
Warzone
cool. The
game?
new ones, they were like weird ones hanging on like the
And all these Warzone people don't want
poles
to
and
admit
stuff
it.
like that. That makes no sense if
But
there's no
is it
clip
true?
there. But
COD
it
does
was
not
cool.
need
It was
Warzone.
fun to play zombies.
Warzone
I got
needs
kicked
COD.
out a bunch, and I heard Mr.
Essentially.
Dalek got kicked out a bunch. So I kind of feel for him because his whole thing is like figuring out the stuff. So Dalek. Also, another thing, I need Dalek and Chopper to run me through the Easter egg in this again. So we're gonna do that for a stream, definitely for sure, because I think that's gonna be very fun. As a very basic zombies guy that didn't do any Easter eggs, I gotta do more of them for the first time. So let's get to Warzone. I don't know if anybody's made it
Joe,
this
you'll
far,
be
to be
doing
honest
that
with you.
for me.
Let's get to Warzone. Let me lean back a little bit on this one. Again, you guys think I'm a shill. Warzone ain't it, little bro. Warzone ain't it. Warzone has had its fun in the sun. And it has done what it needed to do. It was good to revive Call of Duty back in 2020, 2021, 2022. The MW19 through Vanguard era. After that, we should have been looking for changes. We should have been looking for some sort of different thing to make the twist in the Battle Royale feel different and unique. And to me, this game has felt the same now for 5 years.
Yep.
And so
new maps
people,
cool.
I
I'll
think in the
probably play it
Warzone
just to
side of
test it
things are
out.
starting to get that fatigue that the multiplayer people feel sometimes. It's like, all right, here's another Call of Duty, and it feels the exact same. Now it's people are doing, wow, we got a brand new Warzone, and it feels the exact same. So we played a brand new map. I need to remember what it's called. Hollow Hall or something like that. Is that what it is? It is Haven's Hollow. Close enough. I'm going to be honest. I actually didn't mind this map. It reminded me of a Blackout map, and I've told you guys this multiple times. I always enjoyed Blackout more than Warzone. Early Warzone, 2020 Warzone, phenomenal. But overall product, I like Blackout better than Warzone. Some of you have no idea what Blackout is. It was Call of Duty's first battle royale with Black Ops 4. And it was a very vibrant game, and this map was that. It was very vibrant. A bunch of POIs, a lot to do. Now, obviously, I didn't have a lot of time with it, maybe a few matches, so kind of lost in the sauce. But I thought it was a decent POI. Now, here's the thing. Do I think it's going to replace Rebirth Island? Probably not. People are just going to go right back to that island. I don't know how people are still playing it 5 years later. Good for you. And I know somebody's going to be smart and say, it was in Black Ops 4 as well. Yeah, okay. 7 years later. Nobody played the BO4 version. Sorry, man. But I liked Haven's Hollow. So that would be
one thing, and we're seeing it here. One thing I have a problem with Warzone because it was completely different in Blackout. He never really did this in Blackout. Warzone is so dependent on being on a fucking roof. Like, is it just me, or like 99% of the games you're on a roof of some kind of building? I don't remember being on roofs that much in Blackout. Mainly because there wasn't that many buildings you could do it on. But it feels like in every single Warzone map now, there's a way to get on any kind of roof that you need to get on. Little jump ups, hop ups, hop on one roof to get onto another roof. There's a ladder to get on, probably a ladder to get on this roof. There's probably a hole and a ladder, and you can get on that roof. That's one thing that just kills me with Warzone. Like Blackout, you couldn't do that. If you were getting on a roof, you were either using the grapple or you were using something else. Like you were flying onto it. But majority of the time, you're not on a roof. Gunfights didn't happen like that. gunfights where either you're on a hill and you can kind of shoot down, but you're not really, or you're getting fights outside of buildings or inside buildings.
I guess cool. I guess. And then Verdansk POI. This is what I have to say about this. I think Verdansk is a great map, but we only have 2 POIs coming in season 1, and they're the.
I'm gonna skip
Zone. I don't think it does anything for any.
I don't care.
The content. I got to see how they do. Adding camos, adding the blueprints, or not the refreshment, that title change, that thing where you can go, all right, this is actually new,
bro. And anybody that plays
so
Warzone,
I'm happy for Warzone
and
people
says
if they
Call of
stick
Duty,
around that long, because
I'm gonna say it. Warzone is ass, and if for anybody that says Call of Duty needs Warzone to succeed, it's false. You need us as COD fans to want more CODs and to keep buying CODs so that Warzone succeeds. Battle Royales are not needed anymore. The Battle Royales, they served their purpose, but if they're still popular, that's kind of insane. Like the Battlefield Battle Royale, I guarantee you, nobody's gonna play it after the first couple months it comes out, because that's what happened with the initial one that they came out with, the Firestorm, whatever it was called. Any Warzone, any Battle Royale player that says a game needs a Battle Royale to succeed, look at Halo. I know Halo's a tough topic, and people don't want to talk about it. They say Infinite sucks. Infinite didn't suck in the beginning. Infinite had a bunch of people playing it, and Infinite still has a good amount of people playing it. It's still a popular game. It is. It's still a popular game, and competitively, it's a great game. It's fun to watch. That game did not need a Battle Royale, and I don't think they're going to come out with a Battle Royale for the next Halo, and if they do, then it's insane to be catering to this genre of fans, because you see so many Battle Royales being made, bro. There's so many that come out, and they're just not good. They're not good. Fortnite did a good job. It's still thriving. People still love playing that game. Cool. Mainly because they keep doing cool collabs and stuff like that. And a lot of people play Fortnite not even for the Battle Royale anymore, because they have their whole game maker and all that. So people are playing that too. They expanded. Warzone. People have stopped playing Warzone. Really, they have. Besides the hardcore Warzone players, people stop playing Warzone because the movement sucks. It's like annoying, and it annoys me when I watch it. And talk about sweaty. The Warzone is so sweaty. People stop playing multiplayer, and I know people will say that people stop playing multiplayer. Yeah, but that's because it's sweaty, not because the game isn't fun. People still play Black Ops 6. The game isn't great, but people still play it. It's sweaty, though, and that's why there are a lot of people left. This game, multiplayer, if it's good maps, good guns, people are going to play it. SBMM will kill it a little bit. People won't come back, or people will play and leave, but the diehard fans that like good Call of Duty are going to play it. We don't need Battle Royales anymore. Stop catering to that group of people. The fact is that this group of people that think that every franchise needs a Battle Royale. Look at Splitgate. Splitgate's Battle Royale didn't succeed at all. I haven't even seen or heard anything about Splitgate 2 and their Battle Royale. I think I saw Scum play it for like a week. Haven't seen him get on it. Haven't seen any streamer get on it. It might even not even be a thing anymore. Franchises need to focus on what makes them special and not cater to these Battle Royale fans. They'll be fine.
I will be playing that as well. I did want to talk on the future of Call of Duty real quick. Future, I'll do really, really quick. I think the future is something that we got to be mindful of. I got to see how they do the content. I got to see how they do, adding camos, adding the blueprints, or not the blueprints, how everything is implemented. If they're talking all this hype with content, they don't actually give it to us, all this is for nothing. This game will struggle. If Blackout 2 is a success, that's going to be good for the game. If the campaign is great and co-op campaign is fun and this mode at the end is great, that's going to be good. If multiplayer has content and maps and aftermarket parts, that's going to be good. If Zombies Curse mode is fun, that's going to be good. But there's, like I said, there's little things every single time that can knock it down. And then we got to be very mindful that GTA is coming out. GTA is coming out, and people will be playing that. Now, I know it's not the same exact market, but we don't want to have a dead Call of Duty game
when it comes out
going into a GTA game. I may financially never recover from this. You know that meme? That's what I was thinking. I don't even know what he says, but yeah. So the future is, I think this year is very, very important, despite maybe the sales, not the sales, but like maybe it doesn't bring back the ton of people. The core COD people need to be treated well this year. Because when your core people start leaving and they start feeling disrespected, you ain't in a good spot.
That'll happen next year.
So would I buy Black Ops 7? I always feel weird saying you should buy a game, because to me, first of all, people were telling me in the chat, they're like, I'm going to pre-order the game. I'm like, dude, don't pre-order the game. It is never worth it to pre-order video games anymore, okay? You get one skin and you get COD points. Please don't pre-order. Don't pre-order GTA. It's not worth it. I think that this is a very, very solid game. I think there's going to be a lot to do. I think Treyarch really needs to be commended with this one. The amount of stuff you're going to have to be able to do come November is kind of insane when you really think about it. You have campaign, you have co-op campaign, you have the mode at the end of the campaign, you have zombies, you have regular zombies, you have the normal basic OG type of zombies, you have multiplayer, you have Dead Ops Arcade, you have Warzone again. It's a lot. It's a lot that you're able to do. So I would say if you're a Call of Duty fan, I would say consider it. Consider buying it. If you are on the fence, I would say wait. I would say wait. I would say play the beta. I would say make your opinion off playing the beta. And I would say if you're an Xbox or PC user, get it on Game Pass. Yep, get 1 month of Game Pass. Most of the time you can get a 99-cent trial. Get a 99-cent trial of Game Pass and get the game for $10. You have a month to try it. It's like old school Blockbuster, and make your opinion. And then if you think it's worth it, then spend your money. If you're a PlayStation user, because some of you guys commented like, hey, I'm on PlayStation, I don't got Game Pass. I honestly don't know. I think you have to play the beta. Play the beta, see if you like the wall bouncing, see if you like the gun, see if you like the futuristic vibe, and make your own decision. I enjoyed it. I really did. Multiplayer-wise was definitely my favorite part of this thing. Core fans. And another thing too, maybe give it a month. Give it a month when it comes out. Wait till December. Wait to buy it on Christmas. Because then you'll know, did they tell the truth about season 1 being the most, most content of all time? Is everything running smoothly? Is the campaign fun? So yeah, I think Game Pass is a great option. I mean, they're linked with Xbox, so they probably are encouraging people to download it on Game Pass. And if you're on PlayStation, wait a month maybe. If you're a core guy, I think you should play. I think you should buy it. But if you're on the fence, beta, and maybe wait a little bit and see if they actually give you the content you are looking for. So, yeah, guys, I have not eaten all day today. So I'm going to upload this right now to my editor. He's going to chop it up, have some B-roll behind it. We did a lot of yapping, but I can always yap about Call of Duty. Y'all know me. But I just want to sit here. I want to thank you guys so much once again for the opportunity. Thank you, Call of Duty, for the opportunity. We got to do a Little Caesars promo in the middle of the thing, like I said. We met a lot of cool people. Got to meet Scump for the first time, which was really cool. Somebody that I looked up to in content. Got to, chat with him for a little bit. And, it's kind of cool. When you think back to 2012, when you're watching this dude's videos and you're inspired by him, and then 13 years later, you're like, the dude's right behind me. So never give up, baby. Never give up on your dreams. So thank you guys. Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you for supporting the channel. More content. I'm going to be doing Black Ops camo grinding this year, but the old school COD content's going nowhere. That's going to be still fun to do. I love revisiting old CODs. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. What did you guys think about the COD Next event? What did you think about the reveal? Are you going to buy the game? Are you thinking it's a good choice? Or are you kind of on the fence? But yeah, guys, that's it, man. I'll be back. Leave tomorrow. Come back home. And then we'll be streaming the beta all week. So if you want to come hang out with me, make sure you subscribe, turn the noties on. And once again, thank you for the support. Bye-bye.
All right. That's the end of that video. Cool. All right, so I'm just going to end with some closing thoughts here. Black Ops 7 looks like a great game. I've said it the whole stream. It looks like a great game. I'm excited to get my hands on it in 2 days on the 2nd. I'm going to grind the living shit out of the beta. But, like you said, if you're on the fence of this game and you don't know if this game's going to be good, just give it a shot. Play the beta. Either wait till the 5th to play the open beta, or find a code somewhere. See if somebody's giving out codes. If you're on Xbox and you have Game Pass, you get on Game Pass for free. If you are on Xbox or Xbox and PC, you get Game Pass Ultimate. You'll have it for free. If you're on, PlayStation, you're not going to be able to do that unless you pre-order. Now, I don't know how PlayStation pre-orders work, but I do know on Xbox, if you don't have Game Pass and you don't want to get Game Pass, Xbox pre-orders, they don't charge you right away. They charge you 2 weeks before the game comes out. So you have time to pre-order, get the beta code, and also play the beta early. And then if you don't like the game, you can cancel your pre-order. If not, you have your pre-order, you'll get charged 2 weeks before. PlayStation, I don't know if you have that ability, but if they do, I would, pre-order to get the beta early if you really want to play the most out of it. But I mean, if you're on the fence, give it a shot. It's not going to hurt anything. If you're just completely, I don't want to play it, and I'm going to play Battlefield, cool. No sweat off my back, no sweat off anybody else's back. If you want to stick it to Treyarch and Activision, cool. Good for you. Have fun with the week before Battlefield, because at least if you wanted to at least test the game out, you have a week to fill that gap. Because right now there's really no games to play. Let's be honest here. There's no games to play. I've been playing college football and just playing casual gameplay on that, just quick play. That's what's been getting me through this time. But there's no shooter right now that catches anybody's eye, I don't think, right now. Unless you're playing Warzone and thinking about playing Warzone. Unless you play Fortnite. Same thing. I'm a diehard. I'm gonna play the game every year, except for maybe next year. I think Treyarch has done a lot of good things, said a lot of good things, and if they stick to them, it will be really good for this year. Next year's gonna be a wait to see, because the way Infinity Ward has been rumored to be making that COD, it's reverting back even further than Black Ops 6 and even further than MW3. And it's not intriguing to me. So that one I'm a wait and see. That one I will be very skeptical on. But with Black Ops 7, I'm encouraged with what I've seen today. I am hyped. Like I said, I really want to get my hands on the game, feel what it looks like, or feel what it feels like, see what it looks like. It looks amazing. Camos look amazing. I'm excited for that. The wall jump doesn't look crazy. The maps look like they actually have a good flow to them. They make sense. Guns seem to be playing really well. Score streaks seem OP, which is a good thing. So I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited. We'll be on the game Thursday at 1, grinding the shit out of it, getting a feel for it, and then I'll give my honest opinions after. Tomorrow I'll probably be on. Like I said, I'll probably play some Black Ops 6. I just want to get my shot straight, get my shot right, so I'm ready for Thursday. Thursday we'll also have football, so we'll be watching football and playing at the same time. We'll have the little scoreboard that I normally have up to watch that or to play that game. I think the game is San Francisco and the Rams. I want to say. I think it's San Francisco and Rams. Yeah, San Fran and the Rams. So it'll be a good game. Hopefully Brock Purdy plays. We can have a really good game. But yeah, it's gonna be what we do for the next couple weeks. It's just gonna be Black Ops 7 stuff. Then we'll follow that up with some Battlefield 6 and probably Battlefield 6 until Black Ops 7 comes out, because again, there's nothing I want to play. I don't want to play Black Ops 6 anymore. I'm only gonna play that tomorrow to get my shot straight. So yeah. All right, guys, I'm calling it there. I am hungry, tired. Been watching a shit ton of Black Ops 7 stuff. Was watching a shit ton before I got on. I watched a good amount on stream, about 2 hours and 38 minutes or so, or whatever, on some rants. I am going to upload this whole thing to YouTube. I'm not even going to cut this up. Maybe later I'll cut it up, but right now I'm just going to upload it to YouTube. And, yeah. Everybody have a good night. I'll see you guys later. See you tomorrow. Peace out. Love y'all.